will
What up, Fallen Oni here? And we're watching the Union versus the Guard in the upper rank finals. Upper rank finals, right? Upper final ranks on
VCT about how these are the two best teams.
Ascension.
Union's the best in post plans, the Guard are the best in retakes, but they start on opposite sides. But that's definitely something to watch out for throughout this series. The Guard still not slouches in the post plan, they're actually numbered.
What the fuck, he's playing
Union, they have their full buy here, and we're seeing, again, 3 Bulldogs bought up. Something they've been doing throughout this entire event is establishing a strong bonus moving forward.
Oh my goodness, and this is finally a clean bonus coming in from Union. It's going to be potentially 4 players alive, 2 rifles in their hands at the moment. Jonah P needing to run away. Pank can't drop this. An extra Bulldog would be nice. Askia just coming in for the cleanup, and finally it's gone. So now moving into the real show. The Guard get the guns.
And this is where I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. If the Guard are going to make any changes to
their
offensive structure.
Practicing
From the last 2 times they played it, it was during Challengers playoffs, it was against Moist Moguls in their first best of 3 in the lower finals, and then they took the map off of them, and then in the grand finals against M80, they won it 13-11. A lot of it was just full sight hits, and that mid-rounding style that we praise the Guard so much for is very difficult on this map of Fracture, just because there are so many lanes that you have to watch out for, that you can get caught off guard, especially with a team like the Union that are very key on getting aggressive and pushing your buttons. And here's just a play towards Arcade to get this wall set up here and set Askia up for maybe an aggressive look.
Exactly that. Askia getting pushed all the way up, but look at this over towards Dish.
I think he's on top of the wall towards Arcade, and that wall is a sound cue for Trent to know that, okay, there's been an established control here towards Arcade, but I don't think he's going to expect Askia to have already pushed up all the way here.
Indeed, he walks away. There's still a trip right behind him, but again, there's nothing actually detecting if Askia can actually go out. But Trent does call it out. Good eye on Trent, but Goo. The important interaction over towards a Dish ends up getting taken down, but this is now a little awkward for the Union. It's only Pank.
And that kill on the B site has spurred Guard over towards here. Again, we're not going to see these crazy fakes like we did yesterday on Haven. It's just a little bit harder to manage these 4 lanes, and so Pank, one of the top site anchors here, has got a lot to deal with.
Oh, and he gets taken down immediately. Too much on his plate, and he spills just a little bit as now the Union can now face a bit of a difficult task here. Still have quite a bit of util to actually get back into this and actually trying to make a lane early over in Gen. There's already a smoke in their face, though.
It'd be hard to crack this defensive setup for the Guard in this post plan. It just feels like Union might be looking for exits here.
Has to be, but again, Union, they're still inching forward, trying to see what space they can actually get. NTK finally stepping up into tower. But little did he know, Valen, his steps up the ropes were just a fake for Trent. Jonah P takes down the last.
Yeah, playing for exits there. You can see Goo not fully investing that vandal. He does get caught off guard regardless. Oh god, I did the off-guard joke. Jeez, man. I was really hoping I wasn't going to use that today. But Union now having their full buy here once again. The Guard actually are changing a little bit of their setups. Like I was saying earlier, the last 2 times they played, there's a lot of full site hits. Here, they actually waited for any aggression, especially in this bonus round where, yeah, Union are more likely to get aggressive because there's not a lot to lose here. They're going to have a full buy moving forward in the next round. And so Guard are patiently waiting for that kind of play here. But this time, that's that full site hit that I was mentioning. They're actually going for it this time.
Yeah, Rafa taking on the pressure, doesn't immediately pull out the wall.
They're baiting out the wall here, it looks like. Seeing if they can catch the timing here. There's a lot of time to play with once that wall goes up if you bait it out early.
Stun's gonna go up. Rafa needs to back away. That's a good combo to say the least.
And he loves this wall over towards Jenny where he can get a nice angle over the smoke.
Capital letters.
It's overwhelming. He needs to back up all the way over towards Dish, but with the wall, he can actually boost himself
up.
And
they're free-firing it. They're so aware, the Guard, of this kind of play.
The Guard are just waiting now to see what angles the Union are gonna try to get into sight, but this is so safe here from the Guard.
You gotta be careful here not to give Goo a kill. He's only 1 off the orbital strike, but they will get the spike down for now. Askia on a pretty deep flank. He's avoided the trap wire, but he has been spotted by the cam.
But surely they heard the alarm bot, or excuse me, the boom bot. Nets still steps into the interaction, and now it's become quite a difficult scenario. Here comes Trent going through, running into the smoke, actually getting another kill. But he finally goes down. Tex now in a 1v2, 5 HP. There's no way.
Wow.
that Net has a chance here, and indeed he doesn't. NTK closes it out.
And I believe the guard got aggressive towards defender spawn because of Askia's push.
Is that my baby?
Presence in losing that part of the map. You have to act very quick if you're the guard, because Union are a team that, with that kind of map control, are very good on those retakes. They establish defender spawn towards Jenny and Canteen, and having that flank, the guard kind of recognized we need to push something and space back here. And that's why we saw this defender fight. Union just barely able to get through here on the 1v1 as Trent finds a nice double as he pushes through that smoke.
Turn off the AC, please.
Jax on 5 HP, not able to get it done. Union will reset the guard here. Actually, I don't think it will be a full reset. There should be some cash left over because of how many players they kept alive.
Hey,
yeah, the bonus of
don't go to
there's still a buy here. Hey, coming in line for both sides.
Incredibly important ultimates from Union, but here comes Rafa.
Denying this orb early on here is Union fighting for the A main orb and the B tree.
The
guard were always going to be in this type of scenario, and the Union are calling them out early for it. Pank backing out. Rafa is the one with the angle. You still have Union actually making some movement over towards A at the same moment. Two players currently deep into A main.
They're getting the orb here. It looks like for Jonah P, possibly, maybe VALROANT. It's one of the two.
Here we go. It's going to be Net alongside Tex to try to take on the Lurk. Goo backs out with a kill. That's all you could really ask for after his teammate went down.
Some great recognition from the guard that Union would push there after giving them so much space and not putting any contests. Thunder here to work with, but they've actually used it over towards the A side, and they baited out one ultimate. Can they bait out a second here, maybe? With Jonah P setting util.
Rim or go-to in this map.
They're making their same approach over towards A now, but Rafa, they don't know about Rafa,
Punish?
A couple of bullets got banged out by the Prowler. Here comes Pank. Pank around the corner, getting called out. An Aftershock in his direction, but a Rolling Thunder. This is certainly helping out with the Aftershock. Well done by Jonah P. Calling out the position of Pank. NTK is here. Right after the Rolling Thunder, Goo actually takes one back. This is starting to become a bit possible here for the Union. But that's a perfect isolation off of the orbital strike. It forces NTK to move. And Goo, all in his own in a 1v3. And surely he doesn't have a chance. Doesn't have any idea about these positions. And his teammate, yeah, they need the cash.
Have to save here. He's gonna have a single Vandal to work with here. It's gonna be the hero rifle. Won't be able to drop any guns over, but having one rifle, especially in the hands of Goo, who is typically a very aggressive defensive player, would be a nice addition moving forward. The guard having a really nice understanding of these ultimates. I love the bait from Jonah P over towards A main. Calls out the orbital strike and even committing 3 players there from the Union. We are seeing a switch up from the guard in terms of the play style on this attacking side. I said it was harder to play that like mid-rounding calling style that VALROANT has been absolutely on top of his game lately. But he's still doing that, but focusing all of their attention on one part of the map. Kind of, I mean, this is a 4-lane map, and so him isolating 2 parts of the map, that being B tree and A main, the main focus in that last round, he's able to still have those mid-round shifts and call out the Union aggression. And he called it out perfectly when they pushed towards A main, baiting in that first peak, finding that kill, and then baiting out those ultimates, that B main exec. They didn't fully commit. They waited for the Rolling Thunder to come through and even sent an Aftershock, so there wasn't going to be a quick pounce from the Union.
And a map that has so many lanes to enter in, the Union not having that one big lane on the south side to actually monitor, to be able to actually know where that rotation is actually going, is actually working out pretty well from the guard, like you're saying. You could see kind of that reaction from the Union. You saw multiple players in the south side trying to get that control. You saw, of course, over towards A main. You saw the wall go up at the same time. So the Union keeping an eye on the fact that the guard, they're really hunkering down on a lot of that control just so they could get some of that breathing space later on in the round so they could actually kind of recollect themselves.
And it's these full rifle rounds that obviously for a lot of teams, for a lot of matches are the deciding factor. These are our 2 leading teams when it comes to their rifle round and full buys. Both teams have a 60% win rate, so these are kind of the big moments here.
Where you at?
And the swing rounds that will come, we found in those huge buys from these 2 teams. For now, the Union not having that kind of buy
no,
here,
no, I don't want
that.
What can you get me? What did you get them?
Reverse, they're just looking for this control. Nets has a
wall. What?
Pank, Goo, and Askia all gone. The Vandal of Net and NTK and Rafa.
From Wendy's?
Of course, at this point, just looking for a couple picks just to try to really make this round.
Shorty, he's got it.
8 HP for Rafa.
Capitalizing on ult orbs here for the guard. I mean, this is a very annoying comp to play against if you're on the defense or the attacking side. It's a very powerful comp because of how many ultimates you can have. And so we'll see how the guard elect to move around the map and capitalize on the fact that there are 4 ultimates. Can you get me Jonah P and VALROANT both just used their rolling thunder and orbital strike in the previous round. You're having another ult combo that could possibly happen between Trent and Tex. It's an incredibly difficult comp to play against a team that understands how to maximize the ult orb space on this map. So that next round, even with the full buy from the Union, they'll have to be careful of the way that Trent is going to set Tex up for that kind of explosive play. Granted, the Desk did talk about how Tex isn't necessarily that explosive kind of player. On this attacking side, he will definitely have to be that kind of guy, and you know, earning space for his team and setting his team up with these entries a lot.
My ultimate is ready.
At the same time, Rafa does actually get the kill he needed to get that revive, or at least just a kill period.
You remember
round is finally ended, but now again the Union, they're gonna get their guns back. This ultimate from Tex, though, I really want to see how aggressive this man is gonna get. Is it gonna be an early set piece to really set him in position to succeed, or just to get this team some early map control?
Yeah, that's how it plays. They only take cat.
Nice little triple from Net here in the eco.
They only take cat.
Gotta love him kind of getting a stat boost. He was really, really good yesterday.
I want horchata and 3 tacos.
We'll see when they get to the defensive side is how he understands how to play his agent. We typically see him on the KJ. Again, this is
that's like $10. That's $10.
So comfortability comes into question for Net.
Oh my goodness,
that's $10
everyone from the guard potentially getting funneled here. That early stun holding him off just a little bit now. Tex trying to make things a bit difficult here for the Union with the showstopper as he's able to actually isolate one. In terms of NTK, still 3 players here for the Union, the guard, everyone committed
it's like
to this
$10
BT.
or $12.
Union as well, that wall going up towards A main is going to allow Rafa to make a rotate if he wants, and they just jump into Pank.
They just run through everyone else from the Union. Goo still fights that Net. Ends up finding Goo on his lonesome. And that pretty much calls off the entire round there for Union.
And that is just the guard dealing with that aggression from Union. That showstopper that Tex sent out despite getting overwhelmed with util. Same thing with Jonah P with his util, slowing the aggression from Union down.
Oh, he just went
that showstopper is just such a big ultimate to go up against if you're pushing like that. There's so many risks when you're coming in, especially towards arcade. Such a small lane to fight against.
Yeah, get out of the car and get my food.
Not able to get back in this round. Push back down the side. They isolate Pankin towards tower, and that kind of closes out the round. You lose that part of the map, and the guard.
I'll go get out and pick it up.
Love to maintain site control even in these retakes.
I'll get out. When you come back, I'll go out and pick it up.
As their offensive rounds continue, as they pick up their 4th here.
No, they didn't go with you when you got their food.
As Union holding on to these 2 rifles, have a little bit to work with in the next round. Again, their economy not sitting too pretty. They will have the max loss bonus. As guard pick up their 3rd in a row.
That's because I'm watching a game.
I'm liking these aggressive looks from Union, though. We're trying to cut down on that map control again of the guard.
No,
of course, every piece of map control except for
plain. You don't have to say
very important on this map because of the orbs.
Set piece here from the guard is going to be the Caesar
right in
front of Sandor, and we'll see Tex get out explosively off of the VALROANT Stim Beacon. And they're looking to combo it early on. We'll see a fault line as well.
And give me some lemons. Yeah,
I believe that's the play
they won't
here.
give it to you. There'll be a line.
Trent is set up. Yeah, you can see the ping on the map as well. They're actually waiting. This is a little bit different. Normally this is a fast sec.
You been there?
They just chill, exactly. They just get the first pick. Essentially forcing Union to make the reaction, to show their reaction.
Will re-clear this with
thank you,
Valor. Again, they didn't actually do the fast hit like I was expecting. This is typically that kind of set play. Just go fast, go quick, see what space you can get early on.
There's no info grab here at all. Nobody is hearing this exec into A. Finally, you do finally have NTK coming in from spawn. This is as the guard are fully into sight. However, 2 players over in Dish can really make things volatile here for the guard. There goes a little bit of util to at least take Jonah P out of sight. The 1 cage allows some breathing space, but here comes Bank from up top, taking down VALROANT. 3 players wrapped up in sight. It's all gonna be on Net. Net is still over towards main at the moment. He's gonna be isolated as Askia cuts things down by 2. Tex does the same.
Are you kidding me?
And it's all Tex, basically 3 kills, all in his own. And now it's Net, who has the trap. He has Pank. He's spraying away.
You have to spray.
Pank holds on onto the defuse, and Net is in shambles.
What an entry from Askia. But initially, it's NTK's fault line and aftershock combo that keeps these players in sight. And the way that this retake worked is Goo was still alive. And when you're playing in a post plant against a smokes player, you just can't go in towards A main. And Union were fully aware of that fact because if you play in A main, you're stuck behind a smoke like Net was in this post plant. And these three players getting stuck in sight. As Askia finds that first kill, the kill towards under tower, just locking players in. And Askia sometimes difference maker. When you've got 10 players on the server that are so evenly matched, explosive plays like that will sometimes be the difference. Tex had one of his own there as well. And instantly the guard are going to call attack pause.
And a round that seemed to be fully theirs. I mean, they had that control, especially on site. That one showstopper was everything to sweep away the actual control from the guard. But, oh, at least we saw now a good retake from the Union. Not something that we just haven't seen so far in this game. The guard, they've been super good in this tournament so far in terms of the post plants. At least in that one, they just didn't have the right players in position. But that sort of situation is still going to be incredibly dangerous for Union to try to take on.
His chat convinced him.
Despite the Union picking up just their eco, so you have to try and replicate that moving forward. And the guard, so far,
the guard, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The guard! The guard! The guard! Fuck up the Union!
Thing to note as well, they've played this already 3 times in Ascension.
Fuck it up! Fuck it up! Fuck it up!
We've actually played this 2 times in the last 3 months. Or I think 2 months. Apologies, during Challengers playoffs. So not a lot of guard when it comes to that aspect. I think 2 months. Apologies on Challengers playoffs. So not a lot of film on the guard when it comes to that aspect.
Then we'll see the next map.
Windows 11 feels nicer, nah?
On this map in this
tournament
from the Union, but the guard.
I don't really love changes, so.
I've seen plays like this before. They're forcing them. So this fatal is to force him into a rolling.
If it was up to me, I'd be on Windows XP for life.
The top of Dish to see if we can push them back into these players.
But these guys just ran.
Push them back into these players.
But these guys just ran out tower and gets 2 like that.
Over and Stands is able to take down both Net.
They're running through smokes. I think both sides ran through smokes. They jumped through the dish smoke. They're totally ready for it too. Everyone was here.
Whatsoever. That's one that we saw from 008.
Oh shit, bro.
Rolling thunder from Dish players on site into A main, and it just doesn't work here from the guard. Again, the idea here is you Nightfall, push these players from A main, like back towards the top of A main, like on site where that Rolling Thunder comes in. And that Rolling Thunder would stun players and push them into the players pushing A main.
Or even playing the game. Bro, I just played Apex for an hour. What do you mean, dude? I was going crazy. You should have seen it.
The guard had set up.
Really? How long were you? Oh, it was an hour.
You put up the 3 over.
This is the guy that does that cam on main and then just walks down if no one's there. Which is nuts.
Not a lot of deep coverage.
Remember him doing that versus, I think it was M80.
Being applied here from the Union. You say there's not a lot of deep coverage, but they have full A main control and
A main
control as well. It's a little bit difficult here to play for the guard because of this pressure. And the way that the guard's mid-rounding works is they apply pressure.
They pushed him in and they hurt him rope, I'm pretty sure. There's a trip though. Can he satchel over it?
Not necessarily blind, but kind of have to make these kind of risky
pushes.
Shot it. Now, let's see what guard do. Are they going to fast react?
Because they work as a team and they have this wall to allow them some control.
Now the Union are forced to react once again. They hear the wall. They hear the stake coming in from the guard. Tex has made his way into tower. It's going to be Rafa in front of him. Rafa, he's a slow orbing. He's just trying to combo this, and the stun is beautiful.
Nice job.
But an even better shot coming up from Tex. The rotation fully here for the Union, but the guard, they're making their intro.
Oh, they're going A. They're going A.
It's enough to delay them as well.
I didn't even realize either.
Tower. Even though Tex gets control, they still pick the other way here, and it's just Askia.
Askia with a safe peek, he can bounce in and try to make a little bit more damage.
Tex got another kill on B.
Insane pick from Askia, and everyone is still
sight,
held
though.
up towards Dish.
Oh my god.
Hank is just spraying through his cage. He's so good there.
Can he do it again? Net behind the box going down to 77, but he's still alive. 3v3. But again, it is only Net here on site, and he's getting chipped down.
Oh, it's just spraying and running.
Gosh, literally.
Trying to escape,
The
but
Vandal
he fades
spray.
away with a kill onto
What's Tex
Jonah
health?
B.
Tex is
Net
kind of
again,
healthy.
25 HP, still
Net
looking
needs
to hold
1.
his back. Here comes the swing. He's in
There you
another
go.
angle. He's just looking for the one pick. And
Good
he
nade.
finds it almost a second.
Right? No,
Nade
it doesn't
comes
do
in
that
from
much
Tex.
damage, and it's not planted for him.
Tex, he might know
Fuck.
about Pank.
Dude, I hate
He's
when they
still
show
waiting
me
for the
this
peek potentially
POV.
from Pank. Tex
Dude,
does
I
not have
hate.
this angle. He needs to
I
push
want to
in.
watch a player
Very
there,
safe
bro. It's a
from Pank,
1v2. Show
holding
me
the
Tex.
angle,
Why am I
and
watching the
Union
guy
taking
just
the 6.
diffuse on an overview?
As well. expecting maybe a plant to be there, but definitely making it a lot more difficult for the guard.
That should have probably been the guard's round, dude. They got 2 kills from the side. Pank stole 2 kills. But then again, we did get a stun kill here.
It's gonna be the first.
Again, the delay that they caused it towards
Yeah, like he did like a fadeaway.
The guard's gonna go in the
I thought the nade would do more damage too. It barely fucking even touched him.
With making those kind of last-second pivots. And you saw it here in this round as the Union taking control.
They're not yelling at each other yet, as far as we know.
6-4 they lead.
As far as we know.
They're going to try something hefty here with 3 ultimates.
The Carter got run into Rafa.
What?
Nice. The revive.
Just contact play? Oh, the ADS.
Also gonna have the first contact.
This guy's been so good with these shots, just playing long range and finding crucial kills and recovering his team.
Oh, good Brimmo. They tried comboing with a stun. Valen's 1 HP, bro. Holy shit, he almost stepped into it.
Needed to run away from the orbital strike. Orbital strike gonna cover up Jenny just to try to get this plant
down.
Yeah. There's still 2. Towards elbow that this team is worrying about at the moment. There's a lot of util coming in from the guard to try to cover up spawn.
Valen literally didn't even play that round. That shit sucks.
Valen in the middle of sight going down immediately. Jonah P getting
my god, what an ult.
But he still gets a kill. Askia, though,
So chaotic right now. That shot.
And now it's Net.
He knows he's there.
Askia in a 1-on-1 against
Oh, big clutch. Big clutch.
Closes
Big
it out.
clutch.
And a 2v1.
That was a chaotic fucking retake. I'm not gonna lie. Ray's nade got a kill. Ray's ult's got a kill. One guy died in smoke.
Everything right, by the way. The entry from Askia to get back into the site.
How did this guy die? This is a smoke kill.
Traded that. The player's gonna be focused on that boombot, right?
Jonah got a second kill.
Boombot play, but Net in this clutch. Just playing on site
on a guy arcade? What?
Is able to find those early picks.
What? Where did Jonah get the second kill? He shot a guy arcade.
One away from tying things up here. This is the upper bracket finals, and our 2 best teams are.
They love swinging this, dude. Ooh, yo, Tex. His shot is crispy as fuck right now.
Taking down Tex. It was Askia alongside him.
Bro, he's gonna die for it. Get in there, bro. Get that ult, bro.
In the back.
Get that ult, bro. There it is.
But like you said, Crunch coming in from the back. Pank needs to watch his back. He does have a teammate though. Rafa comes in, does take down.
Yo, this is such a chaotic match.
2 players in main.
Oh my god, they sandwiched them, but what the fuck is going on?
Spawn, and it's a war in A main that ends up in the Brazilians' favor.
And closing it with aggression is just the Brazilian style. 7-5 Union.
Way too dank. Way too dank.
This 12th round. And that ultimate
Give me a corpse.
That aggressive look here from the
it felt like he should have got it in main, but
we know that Rafa's just gonna throw a wall down.
7-5, I like it.
And the guard not prepared for it.
I like what I'm seeing here. It's just
Union
peak Valorant.
Established a lead going into this second half. This attacking side is where they're the most formidable in a lot of these rounds. The guard will need some kind of huge performance.
How did Apex go? I just came back. We went pretty well. I won like 2 games.
There's so much tape on Union for their execs. And this pistol round is typically where they go towards A, and the guard have got a pretty good read on it.
It's Tex on the front side, and like you
4
said,
here.
Plenty of players here from the guard, ready and raring to go.
Stun, dog, nade.
To go. There goes the first prowler. Just
Wait, Tex has a flank on him. Kind of.
Gets slowed. Jonah P picks up the kill on Goon. They still haven't made their way out.
No! Big kill. Huge kill. Huge kill.
There's no way he gets more than 1 there. 8
Wait.
left, and everyone else
that kill
down.
Trent got was actually like the one. If he dies there,
the guard takes them all
I think this round is much harder.
A lot of these A exits will go through.
Love seeing that butt crack at work. Woo!
I don't even know who killed them all, but
to initiate Uto to slow things down. As Jonah P sends a full line, Trent throws the haunt as well.
Bro. You guys are always about the stats, dude.
Fully prepared in the pistol.
You're telling me you never ended a game with 0 kills, 0 assists, but impact through the roof?
The gap kind of starts to widen.
Sometimes it's the calls you make.
This defensive side.
It's the damage you do.
The power of their retakes.
It's the information you give.
It's the confidence.
The desk talked about it. Number 1 in post plans is the Union. Number 1 in retakes is the guard. The yin and yang, as Tanner put it. And you cannot give this Union team any space in these post plans because they will demolish you.
Oh my god, nice shot.
Or not.
Nice shot.
They give Rafa some space though, and he ends up falling apart for it. That's a 3-man crossfire where not a single player from the guard was actually peeking at deep angle. Everyone just shoulder peeking.
Nice.
This is an incredibly safe look coming out from the guard at the moment. Union.
Just a classic round.
Chip down. That's all that you want to see from the guard at the moment.
I think they only got one orb. Maybe on an arcade, but
arcade or
they didn't really go for an orb
even
strat
coverage,
either.
safe
They just kind of
coverage
spread out.
over on B.
Really,
On A, it's the same deal.
I do wonder if that retake stat will actually hold up for the guard, because one of the main reasons why they're
You can
so
do damage
good
without
is
having assists,
they get
yeah.
a lot of early 5 versus 4s on their defensive side, and it's hard to trade. Tex has 13 first kills on their defensive side compared to only 6 on his attacking side. And the reason why it's so crucial.
Trying to get orbs again, I
Tex is
think.
the one finding these first bloods is because
Trent's ready for it though.
and it's almost impossible to trade the jet. A lot of the times, Tex will get a kill and just get out for free. Whereas in the attack, if he gets a kill, it's a little bit more difficult to make those kind of dashes, because most of the time you want to push forward.
Nice. Tie game, 7-up.
Best agent to, opt, get a pick, and dash out. So I don't know if the guard will have that same advantage a lot of the times here on Fracture, because he's not playing that jet role. So Union, they have their full buy here now. Granted, Tex is pretty good here with that first kill, but in their bonus, I'm expecting some set piece to get controlled. Something that the guard do on their defense a lot across their map pool is they'll have these set pieces. And it looks like here over towards B tree already. 4 versus 3, or 3 versus 3. And it's
Who are
all
the favorites?
Same agents as well.
Yeah, they're setting up net on the other
These
side
two
just for a
are
bit of
amongst the
insurance,
favorites for
but
the
he's
event.
Expecting it.
Tex going all the way down. Askia
These teams love
still
fighting
going in
B-man,
there,
both
going
teams.
down too, but hello, NTK, he's the only
Bonus
one
for
here.
guard,
Almost
by
the
the
spike
way.
gets dropped.
Oh, he snuck
It
by.
was almost a disaster
I think
for
he timing
Union.
the
guard
cam
almost getting
as
exactly
well.
what they wanted
He snuck
out
by
of that
big
interaction.
time. Big time. But
Union instead.
the cam will see him eventually.
Undetected.
Yeah, they know he's in tower.
Now detected.
So now let's see what the Union do. Do they go B or do they go A? Because the guard are not rotating off of that. And the Union are just committing. He has tower control. Let's just go B. These guys are pushing dish. I like that.
A little bit of time as Nat has just.
Sup, Max? Happy vacay.
Can't really do much though.
He just gave me an ad.
Ball goes up in his face. He has to shift all the way back. Does actually now have an angle that nobody's watching.
The cam got spotted, it looks like.
They're at least calling it out. There goes Rafa. Rafa getting wrapped on at the moment, but watch out for the man in tower. It is Pank from above. Knocking down one, but Net actually finds a big kill onto NTK. This is still a very possible retake coming in from the guard. They just need this arcade interaction to actually go right. Pank getting wrapped on as Trent gets a kill onto Rafa. It's all Pank in a 1v1 against Trent. Trent knocking him down all the way to 42 HP. But Pank still has the control, still has the space, still has the timing. Trent holding on. Pank doesn't even have a gun out, and Trent now has the control. Trent now has it down to half. Pank playing with him, going in for the shoulder peek, and Trent, he's done it.
That time, 0.12 seconds. Pank just jiggled.
He's me with the 3 ads. Are you kidding me?
This round,
That's
Pank
crazy.
has come up huge so many times for this Union team on Fracture, and he does it once more. A huge round as well for the Union, because they would have been reset, and that would have been the lead here for the guard. But Pank, again, playing with his prey here is Trent. Not able to get this defuse out in time. The guard still putting on a lot of damage there on their bonus. That's 4 players gone. And the Union not happy with that round, as they want it to be a lot cleaner. They don't have the best buy here. As they want it to be.
No way, he might get caught up. Trent gets 2 though. Holding it all down. But right next to him, of course, was Jonah P. Jonah P with the rolling thunder alongside the stun at the same time. Everyone from the Union just getting funneled in A main.
What a great defense from the guard.
No, the only reason I was behind this last time or last month is because I turned the ads off during the matches, but on some intermissions I forget to run the ads, so I was behind. But
the way
generally speaking, I'm fine.
As they get close, aggressive in towards Sand. Jonah P in a perfect spot to utilize his util to support his teammates. And the guard are not flustered whatsoever, as other teams have to that exec. Union didn't have the buy they wanted the last time. This time they do, and they might go for that exact same exec. Rafa in a position to send that slow orb.
Nobody here though from the guard to actually punish.
Okay, what?
This from the Union.
Explain.
The Prowler's just going to detect them,
Yeah.
but there's nothing to actually hold them back. Stepping into A, there's 2 players over towards Dish. It's a good nightfall. Could potentially hold some players here, but at least gets a whole lot of information. Same thing with a Decay. Decay still in. Askia finally making his way into sight. And this smoke is just going to last forever here in Dish. These players
Look
can't
at the plant
actually make
spot.
a spray.
Once again, this is where Union are powerful. In their post plants, you cannot give them time to set up
Oh
like this.
shit, you got him.
Oh, Rafa got caught. Rafa got caught.
Oh, nice swing.
And now he goes down. 4v4.
Transfer with the Vandal.
Askia with a swift trade picking up 2. And it's all now down to Jonah P and Net. Net picks up the 1. You still have Jonah P inching his way into sight. Actually flashes the player. But bang.
What is that?
Even while Flash ends up picking up the pieces onto Jonah P. And the Union now have the lead.
A ridiculous strength again of the Union.
Some crazy shots we're
seeing.
seeing.
So good. And not only their 5v4s, but in their post plants.
Some crazy
90%
shots.
of their 5v4s. And they win 84% of their post plants. And you can see exactly
getting
why.
a CS team, we're working on
Rafa
that.
gets caught, but Askia
This
is
transfer
so
was nice.
quick to answer the
The
call
running
by
gun also
swinging that
over
door
there.
open and finding his trade. You
Nice
just
try
don't
by
expect that kind
Trent,
of play.
Net too.
And Union are fully prepared for Rafa getting caught out there.
What is that? It's the
They take
left-handed
a
too.
massive post plant win that puts them back on track for this.
No
big
one's
map
shit
they need
talking
to
because
beat
everyone's
Crusaders.
just
It is
focused.
their best in their map.
Everyone's way too focused. First blood on main.
Tex starts off the round right. Everyone from the
Did
Union.
that kill happen before we
being
even switched to
halted in their
Tex?
tracks over in A main. Just one pick doing so.
They always do that. They show the replays for too
What
long,
else do the
right?
Union actually have
been
here? They have
happening,
a
it's
player
okay.
up towards Dish.
You can get
Tank.
Sage Res in
How
2.
split they're playing here. The
Or
guard
breach
knowing
ult in
the overstrike is
1.
more than likely to
Probably
come
get the
for
breach
zigzag.
ults, right?
Only one player would get caught out no matter what happens.
Damn, this is gonna be hard to
Isolate
hold
an
if they
angle
breach ult.
or 2 off of the
He's
orbital,
actually
but
got the Sage Orb instead.
again, it's the guard
They're
that have the
contacting
advantage.
it.
They can react with an orbital themselves.
That's
Here comes
crazy.
MTK with the step up. Will they even
That's
need the orbital?
crazy.
All they need is Tex.
That's crazy. They
Tex
contact it.
snags down.
Oh, it would have been a nice way to close it out.
To really end
Little
it all, but
overkill,
no.
but
Hank runs away.
it's all good. That would have been a
33
fucking
and the guard
that'd have been a sick
now
like
trying to
montage
isolate
clip.
the man to try to get Tex
If he's just
his
like
moment.
flying by
It does
Dish
feel like the
and
Union
runs
are
into
trying to come
spawn
up
while he
with
gets the Raze
XX
ult
on the
kill.
fly. I don't think I've
Why did he
ever
ult?
seen
Yeah, I
them go for a
definitely did
four-man
not need
push
to. I think
Uranium
he was going for style
at
points.
all
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
three
lie.
times they played it so far.
He was feeling it.
And definitely not in that fashion with no
But the
use on to set
contact
them up,
play
losing
there is
Askia
crazy.
So early
30
on.
seconds
I
left.
guess to
Hurts
be
their
fair,
anti-play.
they did isolate
That's
the
why
one
Tex
guy in
is so good on
sight,
this
so
defensive side.
maybe it should have
This
worked.
is where he finds the majority of his first kills. He's able to get one, get out, and he's untradeable.
The Cypher
I had questions
ulted?
again how good guard would be on their defense because Tex isn't playing that agent, that jet duelist where he gets a kill and dashes
Was that
out.
before?
But here he's got no troubles whatsoever. Guard
10
tying this
seconds
up
left.
here.
Cypher
Hank
ulted as
saving the
well,
rifle
yeah.
allows for another buy for the Union to play within this next round. NTK's got cash, Rafa's got cash, Askia and Goo might be the 2 players that we have to watch out for what their buy is going to be. But for now, the guard taking back control of this game with a very, very clean one. Tex finding 4.
Tex in the early rounds, he's only been working with the angles that he's afforded.
What we gotta
He's
do for you
not
to
going
play instead
too
of watch
deep into
this?
A-main.
Bro,
He's
this
not
has
going too
probably been like the
wide.
most hype match
Playing with the headshot
thus far.
position on top of the box. Satchel on the wall for him to get away.
4 ultimates for the Union to play with here.
It's a huge round for the Union. If the guard can hold this one back,
All the series up
Don't
until
force
this
into
point
this
in
one.
Ascension have been 2-0, which is
And
insane.
Guard
Okay.
possibly the lead, and I don't think we'll see those 4
So,
ultimates
based
come
off that
in. They are a
logic,
team
whoever
that will
wins
use
map
ultimates
1
easy
wins the
runs, but it's only
series.
if they can find the first blood.
they hold off on the
It's a
half.
hero
The
buy.
guard
Contact
doing
play
anything
again.
too aggressive at the moment. It's over towards the B site. It's just recon.
They are playing
You have
retake.
Valen looking out for the first contact, and you still have the cams up.
Oh, he's
For
off
the
angle.
guard, net around
Bro,
the corner,
come
not gonna be able to see anything
on.
just yet. The Union, they're making their slow take on. What's the answer here from the guard?
Spam kill, not even on a trip.
From Valen just through the
He has
smoke,
Brimble.
just anticipating where that player was going to be. And there's an
They're all in
strike
sight,
denied
too.
as well. Guard are willing to risk that kind of ult play.
And Askia getting spotted, but there goes the Union once again. Still trying to get this spike down.
You want the gun, bro?
They're struggling so much. A nightfall alongside the neural
What's happening
theft.
up there?
And now they're stuck up in tower.
He has res and raise
guard
ults,
once
but they
again
definitely should
regaining that
not
map
use.
control,
Well, they
regaining
can't
that line of
res.
sight.
Definitely shouldn't raise ult until they
Union
get
are
kills.
basically done for with this round. What else do they
I wonder
have
if
here?
Valen Brim ults. He probably will.
If Askia will get aggressive
If
on
he
this,
sees
it
an
looks like he
opportunity.
will.
Okay, good
Good
luck,
hold.
Askia. All right, I admire
That was,
doesn't matter. Trent picks
ambitious.
up Askia.
30 seconds
And there's
left.
still 2 more players
Nice
right
shot.
behind him for the Union. Rafa tries his hardest.
Held on well.
Can't pick
The
up
first
more
spam
than
kill
one,
is
and
big.
that is double digits for the guard.
Scan made it seem like he had a pistol. Well, he was already shooting a
Committing,
bulldog.
and
but
ultimates
yeah.
are in place, so you can't just put players on
I guess
site. They
so.
play
I guess
offsite as well
so.
to
I
avoid
guess.
that rolling.
Yeah,
from
he
there
wanted
and
to wait
possibly
for the
showstopper
scan to go
look
off first.
As Union will typically just go under tunnel, play the rolling thunder.
Saving Brim ult is nice. Yeah, I agree.
Set Oski up for an
they have 4
play
ults on
tower,
Union here.
strike. We could see a triple ult combo here, and we'll see how
what they
plays
do.
to adjust. They might play off site.
They're going B main again, it looks like, right?
Arcade, that seems to be the
They just lost there, they're going B again.
Actually gonna fight for B control. We could see a massive under tunnel fight.
Exactly. If they can take Arcade, they can take under tunnel. Let's see what the guard actually pull here. It's exactly that. The guard now pull up with full
Arcade
control of the Arcade side, but they don't go into the tunnel. Instead, they go back.
Oh, they stopped the hit. What? He spams in? That's so
Union.
unlucky.
Good pick coming in from Oski, but
That's
this
so
is still
unlucky,
control
bro.
here from the guard.
Spraying through that orbital strike and finding that kill into Jonah P is massive. You don't have that delay.
They stopped the hit though.
Smokes
are down.
On this map. It can be sent
He's only got. Actually, he's got no smokes left. He used all of them. He's one Arcade.
Union putting pressure on B, causing a rotate from the guard. Has put everything here.
Matt is all alone.
Needs to basically be full manpower. There's no stopping power.
You don't break this trip.
They gotta ult him.
Your team to get up.
Which ult though?
Getting caught out. Aftershock right in his way, but
Raise ult.
He's trying to be a bit cheeky here.
He shot it because he got hit by the trip.
Nobody falling down.
Wait, they got out and a kill.
Still waiting for his
it's actually big.
You still have
and they got the guy dish.
Pulling up a kill, and Ned actually
they fucked up.
With an angle onto Pank. Pank just not ready for it.
Oh my god, they
Orbital
breach
strike comes in
ulted
with the
and
Thunder at the same
yeah,
time.
he's fucked.
Union
Big flank.
trying to clamp down onto
They're stuck
the
in
guard
sight now.
in the middle of their own
stage
spawn,
rest
but they're just
though.
not able to do so. Valen coming in through spawn takes down one for the Union. They bring back an
got
even
him up.
man
Wow.
advantage. 3v3
Actually got him
off
up.
the
Yeah,
revive.
sees.
2 players from the guard coming in from
Kinda
main
tough
at the
though in
moment.
this spot.
2 players from the Union on site, and one of them isn't
If he
showing
can
themselves
seize,
at the
it'll be big though. He'll catch
Astia
2.
Jumping down, he's gonna be
That
the
seize is
mobile one. He's
huge.
gonna be the one to show the first look.
Can't
If
throw
anyone
it.
from the guard
He's
actually
getting
comes
shot
out, but no,
Big
the
kills,
Union are just
big
getting
kills.
pitched down. There goes Tex. There goes Trev with the frags, and now
jiggles.
it is just Goo.
The
Goo
jiggles.
1v2.
He's just fucking with him.
And
Wow.
he can't get any of them.
Nice
The guard
retake.
Now 1 away.
Well done. They couldn't even win with all the ults, dude. How many ults did they use there? They used 3, right? I think they used 3 of them.
Wait, what?
Maybe even 4, actually.
Establishment of A main, where Union love to play their post plans. You give them room to
They
set
did use
up
all of
the
them. They
air,
used all
and
4.
that's where they'll win it here on Fracture. Valen did not
Yeah, they
in that
brim ulted,
space.
breach ulted, sage res. Yeah, they brim ulted, breach ulted, sage res, and raise ulted as well.
That's where as well, guard befores. Because they understand what points on the map they have and where they can make the retake happen from, and they made it happen from their main. And this
Nicely
is a big
done.
timeout call here by the Union, because they are put in a very high pressure. High pressure situation.
This is the Union's map pick, by the way.
They don't have a lot of wiggle room to work with.
So yeah, there's first blood as well.
Oh, yeah.
All that they had left over, and now they've got nothing left.
They weren't able to get anyone with those ultimates, man. But like you said, positioning from the guard was pretty much everything. 2 players coming in from main. They didn't need to readjust or anything like that. Already there.
Why are they so close together? The stages, yeah.
The Union
It is
again.
pretty close.
Those 2 lost ultimates. It's essentially now back to square one. Where's the effects from Askia here on this attacking side? We're not really looking at either.
I wonder how bad the white
really
noise is on the
first kill
headsets.
potential. But the Union needs some sort of spark here, because they really haven't been able to get their footing here.
They'll have to do it without those ultimates that I was mentioning. A very expensive round, not only
And that looks
in
good.
terms of momentum in this game, economy-wise. They're
But
playing
it's
for
not
overtime
flat.
now with this 5 sheriff buy, something that is dangerous in the hands of the Union,
Excavation.
who haven't been the best in eco rounds.
Is there a crowd?
Granted, they haven't
No.
a lot of eco situations.
Exactly.
But they're supposed to switch to
What they
arena
can do
at
here,
some point, right?
This 5 sheriff buy.
This is a nice one.
Guard will
Oh
have to
shit,
be
team
careful
up. Put your
not to
favorite
overpush
emotes.
here. We know they love
The
their
half
set
buy?
piece of
Yeah.
defense,
They're playing for
but they're
OT.
playing back, not willing to give up any early picks to this Union squad.
Not a single person with a deep peek, but hold on now.
In the guard,
Players over towards the tree. Yeah, they have a smoke in front of them.
It
Could
went
still be very
bish
dangerous
and
with
got the
Rafa
orb. I think they were
being
trying
able
to
step
do a
up,
pop
potentially
maybe, but
take one away on the rotation back. He hears the footsteps.
looks like they're just working the digs right now.
Still have the movement
Who
over towards
can get a
Dish.
1v?
Rafa calling this out for
If
his
anyone.
teammates. And here comes Pank just making noise over towards A to really sell this.
Now they're going up arcade.
Work out.
Smokes are
Rafa
dropped.
looking to step up
Luckily
with
enough,
2
Guard are
targets right in
playing,
front of them. The players over towards arcade. They're
retake
not
on
gonna really
B.
run into
They're gonna hunt
any
it down.
And Pank
pressure
hears
right
all
now.
this.
The players on B at
Oh,
least
shit.
no pressure, but Pank,
He's got help.
he's got the hounds on him.
Good slow, good
Couple
heal.
players on his back. He does have Rafa for the support, but there finally goes the spike plant. That's basically mission accomplished here.
Wait,
for
he
Union
left him?
If they can get it
No,
down.
he's staying.
Here comes Trent.
Oh, they kind of
finally
fought
with the
individually,
cleanup.
huh? He got stunned,
That's
to
what
be
we should
fair.
expect here from the guard. The rifles should be connecting. No,
Everyone tried to
no,
help
no,
him
no,
and died
Pank.
doing it. He's the last one to die. Everyone died trying to help him.
NTK and Askia.
Yeah, that was tough for
Last
them
two to
anyway.
go
They had
down in an
deagles.
instant. Everyone's surviving from the guard. That's all that you could really expect. But 12 to 9, the Union need to do it all here.
Guard are looking good, bro. They are looking good.
They're one of the favorites, probably the favorite, given the way that they played in the group stages leading into playoffs.
They won the big round where they had 4 ults.
Despite that and how good they looked against M80, that was an M80 with a lot of land jitters. The Guard don't have that, and they're a much more refined team, and I don't think the Union were prepared for an NA team of this caliber, of this well-refined look. Come on! No! They needed to pick up, and I think they let it slip in the map pool purely because of how much film and how much prep they probably set up for this Union team. And in this final round, there's now going to be those ult plays. You can see the Guard are prepared for a fast A play by once again getting aggressive towards Sands and avoiding that util.
Looks like they're
Union don't typically make these dish kind of execs.
pushing, getting info B main, and then trying to split A.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Walking up
You
dish.
have, at the moment, Tex in a golden position to potentially take down this
Tex
dish
is
play.
in
But
sight.
like you said,
Just pick the right side again.
players in dish
Gonna
are
be
very
execute behind the
dangerous. What's
trip,
going to be the
right?
reaction here? How is Trent going to use his Nightfall?
I think he'll use his Nightfall to get deep in towards A main here.
Ooh,
They
big
use
first
it straight
kill,
over
traded.
towards dish. Like I said, Tex, the X Factor, but he's only able to get one.
Fuck. They did
And
not hold
Jonah
on.
P,
They did not hold
the last
on.
man remaining in a 1v1.
They were set
against
for it,
Rafa
though.
on site.
They were set for it.
It's down and out for the count, and now Valen and Net try to close this one out early. Step up into two very different angles. One over towards dish, one over towards main.
That's damage, though. You got to keep players alive here, Union.
They still have a long road to go before they end. Up making this comeback onto the guard. So
They probably should go for kills, right? They have money for the rest of the half.
One of these exits. Net going into spawn.
There's not a clean instance here for the Union. If they lose another player here, it would actually be very costly to lose an extra gun here. They don't really have the cash to work with, unfortunately. And you have to keep these players alive.
Kills here are huge.
Charges as well, going the way of the Guard.
Not going for any more.
Yeah, he didn't go for it, but I think he could have. It's okay.
Still incredibly pivotal.
Doesn't want to give orbs.
For the guard, there's still going to be a weird
yeah,
buy
Cypher ult is kind of whatever.
Is it?
Yes, but
That's a question.
I guess so, yeah.
Askia wants to go full armor. He should be going light armor here. Yeah, this is not the most optimal look here from the Union, and those 3 kills actually.
I don't know what happened there. I think Trent's ulted and thought that he caught them all and tried to use that to his advantage with the audio being off, but one guy was actually just chilling. So he looked pretty funny running with his knife out, but you see the play. And then the tower guy just lost his fight.
They've never been pushed to this scoreline.
Hey, they have to op out on Tex now.
Guard have done a great
So it's
job
the change.
reading the way Union will play their offense.
It's contacting up with an op.
Hold on now, Pank.
On for Tex, first time we've seen it here.
Tex doesn't get a chance to actually show
But the
it.
orb for Tex, yeah, he's got results. They're actually going B again, and they're playing
It's gonna be
retake.
2 pieces of util on site here for the guard, and that's 8 in terms of coverage. The man is gonna get
Pretty good util. Boombot for dice. Stun nade tower.
This might be a full 5v5 retake.
Now let's see if anyone runs into a trip.
That space control that allows them to get into these retakes. They're very well coordinated, but they don't have any advantages outside of that coordination.
Spam kill. There it is.
You're giving time to them. They've just gotten one though. That could be a huge lead in.
You know he's planning back left. He's stunned the nade and he's dead. And seized. Good. Wait, what?
Oh, the nade goes in.
my God. That was
Still a lot more to
incredible.
do here for the guard as the kills do go their way. Rafa
good
picking
satchel.
up 1, NTK picking
No!
up 2 more. Tex
Yes!
He just finds himself in the perfect
Playing back
position
default.
to take down
Tapped
1.
it.
And now it is Askia and a 1v1
No!
against Jonah P.
He went
And
down so
Askia
fast.
shuts it-
No way, that
and
went down so
Askia
fast.
shuts it all
That was
Damn.
so good.
down.
To keep a 1
It
versus 1
sucks that
clutch.
Tex shot it
Him
also.
and Tex both having
He could have got the kill for free.
That might
I
get
mean,
OT.
good
That's
for him
crazy.
to get the kill. Like insane. That he pulled out the shorty and still got it.
At 13 and 20. That was the head-to-head between him and Tex that we wanted.
Wow.
Look at the head between him
That
and
was
Tex that we
good
wanted.
Wow.
Look at this util combo.
I don't know what happens in the middle of that util, but 3 people died.
Using Tex as well as ultimate to get in.
Like,
it's just unfortunate there.
it was
Their
looking
offense was
so
behind
good,
them,
and
so
somehow
given a much
3 of them
cleaner
died in the
post
middle
fight,
of that
but
util.
still, Union hanging on by a thread in the guard. A lot of space to the Union on that B site might be a mistake.
I gotta
they
welcome
have
to the jungle.
correct.
2-year resub. Thank you, Canical.
Oh my word. That was looking tough, to say the very least.
Yeah.
NTK had to really scrap
Found
for those
it.
2 kills. I thought the off angle from Rafa was going to do everything there.
You gonna return it?
He goes down to shorty.
Yeah. Oh my.
I think we got a game on our hands.
Just fireworks right now. It's a day late.
We do have a game on our
guard.
hands. We 100% have a game on our hands.
That was looking like their round, no matter how you looked at it.
I think this is
it's kind of nerve-wracking, bro. They should have won.
Set pieces that guard cook up on their defense.
Josh RT feels it. He knows they should have won.
Regression, but I want to see what the ults have here.
They have good money though.
They want to try and go for a crunch either north or south. It could be very the forefront here of this round and could definitely change the tides of this game.
Oh, but the guard are playing very isolated. It's one person.
Union are trying to punish, I think, this early A play that they've seen over and over from the guard so far.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Disregard everything I've ever said against Tex.
Oh.
Tex all the way out in the open. Uses the satchel to get out. But what is this combo? The op could still get more.
It's a great way to punish him.
Yeah, the Union funneling him.
Blocked him off.
Funnel him out.
That was crazy.
Squeeze.
Nice. Oh my God. Nice try.
Funnel him out.
Nice try.
Funnel him out. Squeeze him out of there. But now Union just reset themselves.
Taking their time to get that res. Net thinks he's got a timing to get that res. Net thinks he's got a timing here.
I know
they're watching him as well. And Union will reset for this exec. They picked up the op for NTK. Kill that he can get for free, basically. The op is a little bit easier to find that kill, and he can get his ults online as well. But they might just re-clear this space over towards B tree. If Ultra hasn't been taken by Net, which it hasn't. He was already on his ult.
Net still has the info over towards B tree. He can back out. He has the trip.
NTK's got this one, and they can make an exec happen.
Nobody here from the guard can help this out, too. It's all going to be on Net. Net. What can he pull off here?
Spawn. He's
the
alone
Thunder doesn't
tower.
go in his direction. What can Net do here?
Big.
Net pulls down one, pulls up the cam, and runs away.
Get a body.
This might be
reposition to bottom arcade with his team. They're gonna swarm through together now.
Very difficult post plan if they can even get the spike
First
down.
kill's
Pank
gone.
around,
Smoke went down. Worst timing.
Pank going absolutely off, getting a second Valen and Net
Oh,
now. The last two to go. And NTK with a snipe down on Net. Leaves it all now on Valen. 1v4 now. See what now the captain can try to pull off as now NTK has the first angle, but it's actually Rafa with the Union into overtime.
And they have adapted so well as this map has gone on, and it's pulled them back in these last 3 rounds. Not making those full execs and those mistakes of giving early kills to this Union team. Look at how they isolate Tex as well, knowing he has the operator. And now in overtime, Union have been here before, but it was on a different map against a different NA team. What have they got cooked up here on this defensive side? What adaptations have they made here as well? They did have a pretty strong defensive look, but the guard as well have a very good understanding of how to play against this Union aggression. And they will sit back a lot of the times. Look for those early picks. You've got 5 players that the guard finds. You've got 5 players that the guard finds.
What was the score? 12-9?
Step on it.
Honestly.
Those duels Union are not.
Honestly.
Those duels Union are not looking to take
the game deserved. Not really. It should have ended, but we'll take it because the match is delivering.
Very spread at the moment. Multiple players on the north side, but whoa. Multiple players on the north side, but whoa. Never mind. Not anymore.
This is how trying to ice main in the B tree area. So
like everyone's coming back for a main fight right now. Everyone's coming back for a main fight right now.
Manipulate rotations. It's a little bit harder here, making it work by isolating the 4 lanes.
Oh, what?
The
dog didn't catch anyone, so he's stunned deep. And they just peeked after the dog, and no one expected it. He's got Raze ults. He's got Raze ults.
They're still trying to peek in.
Oh, boy.
Getting a couple of hands. He can still blow apart Jonah P. Jonah P running away now in a 1v. That the guard just didn't have really any options to make those players scramble.
There's that adaptation from the Union, putting the wall towards arcade and trying to force these players over towards the south side. They even had a double push towards arcade and trying to force these players over towards the south side. They even had a TK that line towards
4v1? Yo.
Didn't see anything.
4v1, I hang this play on my wall. I hang this play on my wall. The time and date.
I don't know how good he is here, though. I don't know how good he is here, though, because he's got 3 players coming the other way.
Stuttering.
Away, the playoffs call onto Jonah, and he just can't do anything with it in this round.
Why doesn't he save? Is that a real question? That's not a real question.
Certainly coming alive here. These last couple rounds and the 1v1 to keep his team in it.
I guess to be fair, you guys just had to
after again, Union establishing
go
control.
through, endure me playing Apex for an hour. So you asking, why doesn't he just save there? It's not all that bad.
NTK having his
After what I just put you through.
Using it towards Dish. Just able to push these players back. And now Union on their offense, this is where they made the late adaptation. They had 3 rounds in a row.
Why is no one checking literal A main lane? I think it's because they fade dogs. I think it's because they fade dogs. The dog didn't pick anything up. So that in that time, the other team dodged the dog and ran up and dodged the stun.
He's showing an incredible example for the rest of his team now too. Union have been a team.
Yeah, there was a window where they could go up, and I guess they didn't account for it.
Whether you talk about, of course, the Brazilian League or in this, of course, the Brazilian League up against the Rock in a hard place, needed to make a bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
And they're showing an incredible look still. Great composure, at least, coming out from this team.
And Guard, another tactical timeout. You get 1 action and 1 for overtime. And so the Guard, this is where you
sub posting links. What are you doing, sub? What is that?
Have adapted. And I think Josh
it's a 5-minute timeout, dude. That could be a virus. Dude, that could be a virus.
Texan finding ways to put him on uncomfortable spots where we talked about how Tex, not on that jet agent, is not going to be able to get out just as easy.
Was Ascension tier 2?
Last round that led to overtime.
Technically, yeah.
Have the op here.
Yeah. It's the top teams of tier 2.
Going for another A hit here, but it's a very low.
But we do have a couple teams that arguably could be tier 1, so
right in front and set up a barrier orb as well. I wonder what this routing is.
All right, let's see here.
Not an exit I've seen. Rafa's always here towards A main.
5 or 4 A main, sorry. With Sage Dish on the lurk. Interesting.
It's just the Prowler though. Nobody else from the Guard stepping up. Tex.
And this is where Union have been good. They're going to try and bait a repeat from Tex.
Big go.
Caught off guard. No, he doesn't.
Big stun.
Tex runs away too.
Huge nade.
Misses out on the nade, but all good. He's back into a good position. NTK is trying to burst out of Sans.
Oh, he's so alone?
Out immediately over into
help.
the A take. There needs to be some smokes here.
They just spam.
Oh wait, the smoke wasn't up yet.
Kill onto Tex.
Oh
Still,
no.
Union actually have full A control.
And look already, Carter ready to retake in towards
Sans. That was a good blind.
No, Jonah P goes out immediately.
Wow.
It was alongside the flash, and Trent takes away Goo.
How does this happen?
The speed, the hustle from the Guard.
Fighting game A. This is where Union play their post plants and they're fighting here.
NTK and Oski are funneled at the moment. They're both moved towards A. Nobody covering sight. Nobody with any way to burst
4
back into
headshots.
sight. NTK does have
Jack W in the chat.
He may get a rolling thunder if he could get some kills going. But Jonah P shuts down the drama.
And there's a great bait there from the Guard, baiting a peek out over towards Sans, where Net is fully prepared.
No joke, I win that.
From the Guard, once again, understanding how
no joke, I one tap for them right there.
You can see the
I don't move. I go like a KJ turret. I just ADS, boom, 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 boom.
In towards tower.
In reality, I spray and I die on the first kill. I die on the first kill.
Because in these post plants, this is where Union love to go. You give time for Goo to set up with his volley.
Right now.
It's not happening here as they get baited into the peak, and the Guard here as they get baited into the peak, and the Guard pushes to another overtime.
What is this?
And once again, this is the best map that you can have. They need to close this
one. The Union need this map.
They need it.
4-1.
Everyone from the Guard.
The Guard.
Super 1 over on the north side, going over towards Arcade, and this is also a different look from the Union. Goo, with the only contact. Right here. Sitting back, basically.
Oh my gosh. Oh, why?
Jake from State Farm. I'm not ready for the final boss and bake wars.
Oh, forget that. You've got State Farm supporting you.
Dude.
Hey, say it after me.
The stupid cat.
Unite the Muffin Verse.
Tex trying to at least get some information going in with the play over towards tower, but NTK is given more than enough time to adjust. Takes down Tex. Nobody else from the Guard able to get in without the map control.
And look how good
Ask Siri then.
Molly over towards the arcade area. An aftershock after getting that kill, and that was something the Guard were not prepared for. That's the first time that you've actually had the breach in towards tower. Yes, they've done full ends across the map, but not at that angle. And Tex getting caught off guard.
Cage triggered.
Oh, Net trying to do something crazy.
Cage triggered.
Ardent were good at their 4v5s. They went 48% their attacking side 4v5s because of that mid-round calling from VALROANT. But this is a different map and not his domain.
They've reset all the way here. Cut noise. They have no idea where they're coming from. The Union are now down to 3 on this site. This is possible here for the Guard. Askia holding things back again, though. But it is Goo to hold down 2, and Askia does the same. A Zenny flawless as the Union are now 1-6.
Askia.
Pack your bags. We're going back to NA.
They just stack
Another year of challengers.
You have 2 Sentinels on the A side. Why would you gamble a rotate on A?
By the way, I'm glad M80 didn't lose because I didn't watch their match. I landed this morning. I slept from like 9 till 4. I was going to wake up at 1 and watch, but I was like, nah, they're not going to lose, bro. It's fine. Also, there's 3 matches today, so it would have been just like a fucking long-ass day. So I'm glad they didn't lose.
Yeah, the other two teams too.
Because the M80 game was elimination, so...
Yeah, we haven't seen those incredibly big set pieces from the guard on the defensive side to make Union really scramble in the early round either. It's
long day watching. It is, man.
We'll have to make an adaptation one more time. And what will that adaptation be? Is it a fast play? Are they going to go back to that A exec? Or are they trying to change something up once again? They've done a different look.
I saw the in-community thing on Twitter. I don't know what's going on, but I really shouldn't be telling you guys this in the chat because it's more of an in-community thing. But since this event is with pros and top US aimers, no one realizes that all the pros are going to get embarrassed at the event. It's not meant to be rude or anything. It's just what'll happen.
I wonder if maybe they'll approach the B side where they do use that wall towards Canteen. But that's not the case. It's actually their 5-man hit. I don't know if Rafa's in a position where that slow orb hit will come through, and we might see that combination.
I mean, VALROANT is 95% aim, 1% movement, 1% communication, 1% game intuition, and
you still have plenty of utility here for the guard.
1% confidence.
Alongside the breach, but here comes already the push from Oskia. The double satchel in. Tax is in that same exact position that we saw him before. Do they call him out? But the guard finally come up big in their stands hold. Double coming up from Jonah P.
I like how they keep going A and Tex is there every time. Nice shots.
Continues to stomp away.
Might as well. Fuck it.
2 kills as the players.
We know you're there. We got your trail, bro. We got your number.
It's all on Ronaldo. Excuse me, Rafa.
We know the last 4 of your social. 1, 2, 3, 4. You thought you were slick?
Let's see what he can do here. All right, hear me out. Gets a kill. Gets the ult orb. My bad. Gets 2 kills. Gets the ult orb. 2v2. Got a chance here. Minute left to play with. Rafa.
Ronaldo?
Oh man, Rafa. His team just gets decimated as they come through as well. That's just an unbreakable guard setup that they've run over and over.
What?
In this matchup, putting Jonah P towards tower, Trent as well with his prowlers.
I didn't hear it. What did he say?
Play with the haunt as well.
He said Ronaldo, not Rafa?
They've been dominant.
Did he say Ronaldo?
Not but a successful take from the Union towards hands all game long.
I mean, W Glaze, no?
Stumped on your attacking side now.
Back to the attempt from Rafa. I don't think he knows about the man on top.
Yeah, he gets
Net could have a bit of fun with this.
Sui.
And Rafa's done for. He's boxed completely. 20 seconds left. 3 players on site. They're all done. Let's get back into the next. The guard going back on their attack side. Again, neither team have won an attack side round.
3rd overtime here.
Dude, that is crazy.
The best Brazilian team. And now the newly crowned North American.
Is he teabagging? Is that Bear got SPF on?
It was M80, but that
motherfucker's getting toasted out there. And he ain't even disguised. Dies of cringe.
This is what we wanted.
2 beer bottles and he's fucking passed out. Bro's lightweight just like me.
M80, formerly #1 for franchising spot, has been given up to these
2 Heineken 0.0s and he's done for the night. Wankage.
Union have switched up that defense setup again. And I don't know if the guard are anticipating that kind of play once more, but it looks like they're looking for any aggression here. They've spread themselves thin.
The Union again.
Guys,
with this adjustment,
wankage is when I
bit of a traps adjustment.
Wankage is when I do a
towards the B site. It's the guard gonna be.
It's a very slow round now.
Immediate response from the Union.
We like
1, 2,
this?
3
I think it's
angles
okay.
that this team doesn't know about that pops up in an instant. Wall over.
We should break the wall, or are we gonna
re-hit the A site when this wall goes down?
They're gonna fake B and go A later.
Rafa
I guess.
Is on top of the wall.
He heard him. Sage heard him.
Rafa getting a ping. I don't know if
he pinged it, bro. He's wall hacking.
That wall going up is lured guard over towards the stage.
Are they gonna just let it break on its own, or are they gonna?
Recognizing that this is probably the weaker site because
so slow.
Rafa needing to back up. There goes the tripwire. Rafa's going to be the only player actually in the middle of sight. And he doesn't have a lot to use. It's only the slorb.
And there's not time here for the guard to make a pivot. No, there is. They're actually going to gamble all the way towards the B site. VALROANT has just dropped his Stimpy, going to make the rotate.
Yeah, Pank heard at least the sands opening, but again, everyone backing up.
NTK's gonna fall in a nade, regardless of what happens here.
Yeah, Asuka's gonna be ready. There goes the nade. There goes
What?
Goo, and there goes
Why are we
Asuka.
going B? What happened?
Rafa,
I missed it all.
Everyone holding it down.
Bro,
That's
these
on the
teams
other side of
fucking
the map.
suck, dude.
2 more players here for the guard trying to bring it back.
You guys
There's still
agree or
actually a little
no?
bit of a chance. Trent getting fully flashed. 7 seconds left. 6 seconds left. Just trying to get the plant down, but it's not gonna happen. NTK shuts down the last 2. But the options were there for Union the entire time.
And that smoke coming down, I think the guard just didn't feel comfortable going into that site, knowing the Cypher, the Sage, and the Brimstone were there. They tried to make a last-second pivot, but not enough time. And Union holding all that util. They don't make those kinds of aggressive plays and dump a lot of util. They have
Why do
so
pros
much
not
for
know
those
how to break the
situations.
Sage wall?
And Union, once again, on map point here on Fracture. Can they close it out here on the offense? The guard, once again, have to make a defensive round happen. And the Union are switching it up. 2 rounds and they're gonna go B.
Now they go
That's the
B.
thought for now. They put a sound cue over towards the A
no.
site.
Who's on B?
Here to try and lure players into a fight.
Net and Valen.
It's gonna be Pank continuing that contact at the same time.
God.
Everyone from the
They're
Union
going
just
under?
inching their way forward
Wait, they're just-
into B. They're actually gonna
He's
go
roping.
into
Get
arcade
him!
through
Get him,
tunnel.
bro!
He gets away.
Fuck.
Of course he does the haunt. He
Got
just
away.
catches it on the way out. And
barely
now
catches
Union,
feet.
I
Just
think
keep
if
flanking,
you're
bro.
guard, you
Fuck
have
it.
to know that this is going to be a B hit. And how fast is this flank? Goo is kind of privy to that flank happening. But can he punish these 3? He's got no support.
Oh.
There's an incredible angle for Goo. What can he pull?
No!
Pulls up with 2. Needs another one to really
over,
make this
bro.
round happen.
It's over.
But Trent, or excuse me, Tex and Valen give themselves a chance.
They lost this map,
But
bro.
Rafa
12-9.
roughing up Valen.
Are you serious,
And now
right?
It is only Tex
Meow?
in a 1v3. Tex, double satchel. He gets the kills here, and he might. Oh, wait a minute.
Press?
Wait a minute. And he might have the showstopper. Still 3 more targets to go off of the revive. But Tex.
One tap.
There's just
Oh,
not
I saw
enough
you.
time, I don't think.
He saw you,
Yet
bro. He saw
another
you.
miraculous ending.
There's a guy. Okay, listen to me closely. There's a guy spawned to your left. There's 2 guys tower.
Not too
Guys,
much of a chance. He's still gonna burst in. Doesn't clear Askia's corner, and now the Union 1 map away from representing their country on land.
It was certainly a very labor
No,
map, don't get me
bro.
wrong.
We were
The guard
talking all that shit for
certainly
nothing.
putting up
Are they
quite
talking
the
shit
fight to
back?
push us into a
Yeah, you better not
triple
talk shit.
overtime
Series
at
ain't
the
over,
very
bro.
end.
Keep it
They will
pushing.
be the
That was your
Union
map
their
pick, buddy.
pick. It's been a map that they've been
See you on
very
map
good
2.
But this time around,
Or meet me
the guard
outside, your
pushing
choice.
their limits. They definitely have adaptations. I don't think Union were fully prepared for this guard look.
No, but we still ended up seeing, again, huge adaptations from both teams. You ended up seeing even Net throughout the game actually complimenting his team's mid-rounding. Again, in a game where we couldn't really see a big feature of that. But again, a hard-fought, well-fought game, a marathon here between, again, the 2 best teams currently in this tournament. And I mean, it is
thought I
giving
was
us
feeling
that
you.
showcase that we wanted.
It is exactly what we wanted. 2 teams that have been touted the best, probably the 2 favorites for Ascension. I think they both are pretty deserving of at this point in time. Ascension is only heating up here in the upper finals. We've got another map coming up, but for now, it's going to go to the desk to break things down.
Bow, 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 dow, 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 dow.
Can I get a check from both of y'all? Are you okay after that verse, Matt?
I'm not
Because
okay. Guard are
we're
trolling my
starting this
fucking
one
channel
out on a
points.
high note.
Was there a prediction for that game?
Triple OT. And on the edge of our seats the entire time, Tanner. This
I like to
was-
live life on the
this
edge,
was
so I'm
worthy
always on the
our
edge of my
upper finals
seat.
for sure.
Yeah, you know, we saw I guess a regulation game where the Union was just finding the minor things. They were winning the 1v1s. They were swinging rounds in their favor, and then we jump into overtime. And the
You thought I was
heroics
saving
from
you.
both
Nah, this
sides
is a classic.
were absolutely insane.
Ah, you
Obviously,
did
the B-side
something.
lockdown from Goo and Askia, and then Trent
No,
and
the
Net and
Sully
Tex
and
on defense,
Upmind,
and
they're
it
casting
was-
from the costume room. Casting
was-
from the costume room.
Wow.
Because the other one, the actual
Sorry,
Zillion
it's
casters,
just
and they get
about going
priority.
into this. And the
So they're in
adaptations
just
made by
a
both
supply closet.
teams learning to play around each other on this first pick of Fracture was just so intense. Like, there wasn't a single moment where I'm like, oh, I know how this is going to be ending up, because both teams were really just stepping up.
Alright, go back to
honestly,
Apex, we were
this game
winning.
had me holding
Low-key,
my
I was starting to
breath.
cook.
Like, just the plays and the multi-kills.
Like, I
going
feel
on
like the
both
people
sides.
stopped
You
queuing
have,
when they
like,
saw that I was
Tex
on.
popping off, and then you have Pank also
they were
getting
scared,
the
of
trades,
course.
and then Askia waking up in the later half, just like completely dominating, getting those multi-kills. Like, I think, like Tanner's mentioned, it just came down to those
How's my
little
trip
things,
home?
like those little 1v1s.
My trip home was good, but the only thing is when I landed at the terminal I landed, I had to
the guard could have easily closed down this
I had to
map.
go I had to take the air train to another terminal that took me like 45 minutes because rideshare got moved or is not available there. I don't know, they're doing the same thing as LAX. I don't know if it's all terminals or what. That shit is so annoying.
Right at the end, just one little hit around the corner and
But yeah, anyway, I slept from 9 a.m. to 4
There
p.m.
are so many different ways like this could have panned out, Tanner, and I feel like that is so indicative of the skill that both of these teams have going on into this. And ooh, even this.
Who picked
just
Fracture?
Right out of the gate, Union taking that first map.
The Union.
Only 11 of the first kills, but still coming out on top.
That was their map
This
pick.
is what I wanted to see too,
Listen,
is
the
where
worst thing
first
here,
kills were,
just to
'cause I
really
feel
say
like
it.
the guard, I mean, Tex.
Every match in this Ascension tournament has been 2-0. So unless they're doing some like, you know, tomfoolery, they lost.
Who were kind of just planting their feet in the middle of a site and finding 2 frags, and then all of a sudden the first kills don't matter, and anymore, and the Union are finding ways to win rounds.
You really got to applaud Union on that. That even when they're down,
When the Sentinels play July 16, 4 p.m. Pacific, no cap. Best of 300 thieves. Loser goes home. Winner goes home as well. That's the beauty of it. I know. I need to buy the DSLR camera. I have to see what DSLR camera streamers use and buy it. Because I think, like, I've been streaming for like 25 years.
Yeah, like Tanner mentioned, like even when we were watching the game, I was talking about it. I was like, Texas getting these really good first kills, and then all of a sudden, the Union come in and they're able to kind of like even out the numbers. Or like,
Nate Shot has his top quality. Yeah, I think there's like a one
so
camera that everyone uses, like a Sony something. I don't know what it is. A7. It sounds like it.
Really like plant their feet onto the site and not even let the guard in.
And there's a couple of rounds that we wanted to dive into a little bit deeper. And sorry, I'm gonna let you take the first one. This is looking back at a post-plant situation.
Tara, it's my birthday tomorrow. Post your birth certificate and I'll wish you a happy birthday.
So round 17 here, you can really see how strong the Union's post.
You could be lying.
Are. Even though the guard get the first kill in sand, you can see the Union are so ready to get that trade there. They literally immediately open
Now
the door
released their
and get
BO3
the trades
comms
back,
video against
able to
CG.
even out the
What else
numbers
you
and
got?
even get the
What else we
picks.
got?
And it ends up being like a 1v3 at the end, and they're able to kind of win the round.
Going on forward to round 20 here. Oh, this is intense, Tanner.
Yeah,
I need your mother's maiden name,
one of
your
the guard
childhood
retakes.
best
It's
friend,
something that we
and your
set up,
first pet's name.
Followed by, I mean, heroics right at the end. We talked about how much the small heroics, somebody really stepping up in a position, was working for the Union, right? Was what was working for the Union, right? Was what was getting the Union back in the game, and not a Tex go for a similar thing, right? Hey, I'm gonna plant my feet. I'm gonna go for a second kill. Had that second shot landed, maybe the round ends differently in the guard.
Why are you guys seeing See You in Dallas? Wait, oh, talking about the... Is there an actual event taking place there? Like AIM Labs or something? Where's that announced?
That was such a nice shot around the corner.
I couldn't find it.
With the fastest adaptation to instantly drop the orbital strike and force Texas.
Is it on the AIM Labs Twitter or what?
And I feel like too, when we get to see the fact that Tex had these 10 first kills, but then all of a sudden things like that are happening. The Union had the res after. All of a sudden they're able to claim the round with the overtime.
What do you mean I'm not a part of the aiming community? I'm the founder.
Yeah, like we talked about before, like the Union's mid-round adaptations are so quick. And in order to beat that, you just have to be quicker. And the fact that
they invited me and I said it wouldn't be fair, and they agreed.
Just that much quicker to respond, like the orbital strike.
I don't think we were talking about fairness
like
the same way.
Where they think he's gonna go for the other peak, and they're just like so prepared for like what the next step is, and then the one off the Sage res, and they grab the alt orb only to res.
Oh my gosh.
This game is juice. There's a game going on?
All of that is like a split.
It's on the
decision.
16th, John.
Like, you
close though.
cannot predict that.
Honestly, A for effort.
100%.
What's up? What game is on the 15th?
In this, but I do know that we're definitely getting our round
16th, 4 Pacific. You'll be practicing.
Sure.
You'll be practicing, so don't even think about it.
We're heading to Ascent next. The guards pick. We're taking a short break. Make sure to be back for it.
Believe me, 3 monitors. One way or another, that match will be watched. All right, we're running a ad break because Finesse is here.
Wait, what?
Hold on, where's this shit? Oh, I can do it here. See what these guys are saying.
I only have 38.
To this moment, I think we're very ready.
My main monitor will be the match of my second.
Oh, thanks for that, bro.
Advertising would mean the world. Playing in front of those crowds, playing in front of the big stage all the time, and competing for those big LAN events is something we've always dreamed of.
Just shock at Matey. This might be the frosting on top, the fireworks that we were expecting here on the 4th of July. Here we go over towards Cat. The flame coming in. The retake from M80. Net bouncing in the bullets. John QT goes down. And the bragging rights go to the guard as they move on to winners finals.
Hello, my name is Michael Burnett, or Net. I play Sentinel for the guard.
My name is VALROANT. I'm the controller and in-game leader for the guard. The rest of the guard is made up of Net, Jonah P, Tex, and Trent. Net is our hard Sentinel player. So Net brings a lot of enthusiasm and hype into the team, and he actually keeps like our players and even myself in check. He's very hardworking, very strict when it comes to practice because he's there to win just like all of us, and he keeps us in line. Trent is our initiator, but also duelist flex. Like 40, he plays a lot of roles for the team.
Like 35.
I think Trent's just a superstar. That guy can play any agent. His comms are great, and he's pretty good at, I think his great quality is being able to deal with very high pressure situations or just being thrown into weird situations, just come out on top, getting 3 kills somehow.
What Trent provides to the team is a lot of flexibility in like the big roles. So we'll see him sometimes on like fade and raise on some maps. And that's easy for me because he's so good at all these roles. He's just that young gun on the team. Tex is our hard duelist, like he's playing raise, jet, and maybe chamber in the future.
I believe Tex brings a lot of firepower, and he's always very confident regardless of how the game's going for him, which is very important.
Tex provides a lot of confidence for the team, actually. I would say last year's guard sometimes had like mental resilience issues. Sometimes if we would go down in matches, it was kind of hard to climb out. And even going into matches, like we would feel confident, but I think Tex provides that true confidence. At least I could say that for myself. And lastly, Jonah P, he is our initiator and like main info for the team. So he's on Sky a lot, sometimes Fade. He also flexes to like Breach and other roles. He plays literally everything. We'll see him on Viper sometimes. He's all over the place. That's why he's so valuable.
I think Jonah P is the most flexible player in this tournament. And I think while not only bringing firepower, he's also very good at setting up everyone on our team. I think VALROANT brings great leadership, and I think he's the best IGL at this tournament. And if teams let him call how he wants to, and if they give him the space to work, he's just gonna outcall every team.
I feel like I contribute to the team's success by my leadership and my IGLing. I try to get on my guys a lot when we're messing up. I try to have that mix of being strict, but also that fun, nice guy on the team. You know, I'm trying to be that good leadership figure for the team, which is something I'm still progressing at. I wasn't the best leader at the beginning of the year or last year. I'm still learning on how to become that.
My shot was downstairs. You need something, you just knock on his door.
All the calling, right? So I'm trying to get my team on the same page, try to make the correct strats, the correct reads. But honestly,
we're talking about the CLG compound, by the way.
Teammates as well who are giving the info that helped me make these decisions very easy.
John, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this, but the league team in their practice room, they had a setup where they would try to emulate how it is on stage. So they would have like the stage lights and like the temperature set, and like they were basically trying to make their practice room the stage. And I was like, bro, these guys are trying way too hard. Like, we're just happy to be here. You guys trying to hit the beach? They're like, nah, we got practice and shit. All right, fucking nerds.
You gotta deal with us first.
I'm playing. But no joke, we lived in the same house, but I don't think we interacted with the league team at all. And also, in that house, every day I saw a new face that I didn't know. I wouldn't question it though. Could be literally someone that broke in, but it is what it is.
Valin, talking about a guard that has been there, done that. They've come back from losses as well, but that is going to be one they got to shake off.
Remember when we got swatted? We got swatted?
After they were so close to taking down the map, Tanner. That was definitely a match that kept us on the edge of our seats, but it was the Union's pick. Now
Did we
get to see the guard's pick coming out in a sense.
Did I sleep through it? Was I there?
Fracture and Pearl have been the 2 maps that
I remember us getting DDoS, but not swatted. Did we get swatted? I probably didn't know. I was probably like DMing or some shit. I mean, I was like a little kid and shit.
The problem for, I guess, the guard here is, although we've seen Fracture and Pearl, like going to Ascent and the guard.
I remember getting DDoS a lot back then, though. Yeah.
Still a really strong map.
Well, the thing with DDoS is that Well, I think we had a different line. We would get DDoSed and take down the league team scrims. And like they don't even give a like we're like the new Counter-Strike team, so like we're like fucking with their main league team and shit. They're like, you guys might have to leave.
Now know that it is the smallest of errors.
No, I think we had different lines though. But yeah, the DDoSing was like fucked.
Figure out if this is just going to be a 2-0 coming out from the Union. Or
I don't remember getting swatted though.
Map 3.
Yeah, so obviously this is a map that the Union has played during their split 2. They played, I believe they played.
Remember Chicken that would join lands? Yeah, the guy that would join the major lobby.
They played the.
Am I playing ranked later? I don't know.
Just like Sova, Jack, Killjoy, KO.
They came to our door and asked about a kidnapping. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't remember it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Sova KO combo.
The same comp, it's a mirror comp. I love to see like the adjustments the guard makes because obviously we know
that
they
do you remember taking pictures of me against the wall for you know what?
Like the Union has like these set
I was like, John, I need you to take some pictures of me. Take like 20, 30 pictures.
So I'd love to see what kind of research they did on the Union on this map.
Yeah, and briefly, I think what works or bodes well for the guard here is Val's been working on the mid-rounding. Working on being a leader. Ascent is a map where he can go back. Sure, the map just does not play the same. Ascent, however, is more of a standard map to be able to call efficiently.
I don't know if I should say for what.
Interesting to see
I don't know if I should say, but
finals. Be an exciting time over on Ascent. And Sully, up mine. I hope you're ready.
Sierra, I am so ready for this matchup. We are getting exactly what we deserve, what we wanted. 16-14. This is a game of inches, of milliseconds, and it is being decided in the utmost craziest ways possible.
I mean, the Union, they needed to make that fat comeback at the end of the map too, with a marathon in overtime, and now we find ourselves on Ascent. An Ascent map that we haven't seen the Union play on at all. Hell, we've only seen the Union play 2 maps this entire tournament.
And they have had to make so many adaptations as the Union will start it off on the defense. The question is, what changes?
Life is different here.
They haven't made any compositionally.
Askia stepping up, backing up, not able to find the opening, but
right,
now
here we go, chat.
Looking at a game where now the Union, they've set themselves up early with a lot of aggressive positioning. With the adjustment here from the guard.
This is where that mid-rounding style will come, as the guard are getting pressed quite a bit here over on the B side. They're kind of corralled over towards B link. We saw yesterday against M80 how much they exploited this mid side because there was no sentinel, but here there is one.
Hi, Jay Chong is fire too. I don't know what that is, but it had in recent times was BCD Tofu House.
The Union, they only
if you have a BCD Tofu House near you, I only had it once though.
At the moment.
But
with
I'm pretty sure it was
towards
like,
the A side.
well, not I'm pretty sure it was really I'm pretty sure it was really good.
TK waiting up over towards the market area for the contact. The guard finally making their way into Cat. And the 2 players who were playing contact and Cat have backed up immediately. They've left Pank here on his own. He's been isolated already. Here comes the swing out from the rest of the Union in heaven. Pank able to finally pick one away, but his 2 teammates have both gone down right in front of him, and NTK and Askia. The last 2 remaining to try to make this retake happen.
And they don't have any util to work with either. NTK's hopping in, what he can find, leaving it out just onto the man Askia, who honestly had a slow start on Fracture, started to come alive when his team needed it. He's got a sheriff here. There's not damage that can be done because it is just a pistol, but some kills to get towards the Bladestorm would certainly be really, really nice here. If he can get that online early, I wonder if we're going to see some explosive plays from the Union. Again, this isn't a map that they play, and they haven't changed their composition in over a year. So I wonder if they've actually made any changes whatsoever. Askia making it a little bit dangerous as he does find 2 kills, gets 3 ult points. But as I was saying, Union have not changed their comp in over a year. Like, they played this comp in 2022. So I don't know if they've actually made any like crazy changes, like in terms of their set pieces. If Guard have done their homework, I think they should have a pretty good read. That's kind of how Fracture went. Guard forced the Union to adapt a lot of the times. And on a map that I don't think VALROANT is as comfortable in calling, now that he's kind of found like home territory on Ascent, this should be where we truly see that mid-rounding, especially on this attacking side from the guard.
The Union are going to be in quite a few uncomfortable positions throughout this map.
Yeah. They were put in a lot of those Fracture, like the progressive style that the guard had on their movements, and their slow default style as well, putting a lot of pressure on the Union. Like the pressure that the guard like to apply keeps these players locked in a lot of these rounds. And this time, it's not any of those like unnecessary extremity controls. They kind of just barrel in here to this A site, looking to maintain as many guns as well here. They've bought up quite the arsenal here with a Guardian, Rifle, and an Ares. So to have a pretty strong bonus moving forward is going to be key against this Union team, which you do need to get a lot of momentum against early on.
Can't really give Union inch really any scenarios on this map.
Oh my god.
Specifically, we see retakes really go well.
That getting pretty close to the ult already. He's only 3 away. He'd love to get the kill on Tagu here. We'll probably see them try and work with that ultimate here. You have to land a headshot here to take out Net, so he will be going down, it looks like, here in a second. Yep, Net actually put himself away 2 off the lockdown. That's an early ult that could come into play just in this next round.
Right, and it's a bonus too, so they could just focus up on actually recharging it more than anything. Now the Union, we finally get to see that look. Is there really any difference, even though we haven't seen any changes in their composition?
And Net's been bought a rifle here as well, so this is an even more potent bonus round here from the guard. I wonder what the play is going to be. There's a setup already out here towards B. I think a flash and a recon will possibly to set Oski up. I wonder if he'll get aggressive here. Net seems to be pretty prepared for this kind of play.
Net waiting in the back. He's going to be posted up on this side of the map pretty much for this entire half. But his turret gets spotted, and he immediately runs away over towards A.
And that kind of spurs guard into action, knowing they just lost B main control. They have to try and regain that control elsewhere, and it looks like they're trying to, at least for now, push Goo off the catwalk.
Oh, and he paranoias out too as his last stand. Actually gives his team a lot of time to go into heaven. It gives him time to get into heaven.
Oskia's looking for any rotates from Cat as well here. Valen with a lurk, but Pank up top. Union are looking to maintain backside control.
It's working out for now, but Jonah P can burst open the 2, but he wasn't able to do so, and the Ares of Trent not able to get their target in heaven. And Net, Manu, had to make his own little mecha over from the other side of the map. Ends up running into NTK, who he himself is gaining up a lot of ground on his ultimate.
Great round for the Union. They knew that was going to be an A hit. They had control over towards B. And Goo dropping a smoke towards the front of A main, giving confidence for NTK to make a wide swing out from heaven. And those players fighting together, isolating 1v1s, cutting players off with that smoke specifically in A main. This is now the Union showing some of their colors here, and it will be a lot of early control being fought for here by the Union to make those kinds of gambles and to ensure that they have that kind of control. The reason why they've been a pretty good retake team, not the best, as it kind of sometimes does backfire, is they will invest pretty heavily into just putting players in the backside and seeing what control they can maintain.
Now hold on now though, Union.
There's that aggression.
Not establishing themselves, like you said, the aggression coming in, Oski on the front side, waiting for the flash, essentially.
This is a lot smarter here from the guard. You have to fight back for this map control. Otherwise, Union will make those stacks like they did in the last round.
Now the Union can establish themselves, really make things difficult here over in A main. Union can spread themselves out, one over towards the Cat side, the other person who was watching Goo has gone back over towards mid. The guard now just playing some of this recon now, trying to feel out what this defense of the Union actually is at the moment. And Jonah P, and making this noise over towards A, can just hold these players here.
And he's pulled a lot of rotations here as well. That's the 4th player moving at NTK. As Pank, I think the smart play here is to play kind of back towards stairs so you're not getting caught off guard early. He wants to punish off the turret though.
Ooh, Pank. Maybe a second or 2 earlier if he gets into position. Might have been able to punish the guard a little bit there, but there goes the lockdown that we were talking about, has charged right at the perfect moment, and this is going to lead potentially into a clean take from the guard. The nade is going to stop him just a little bit.
And it's bought a lot of time here, and look at exactly where this post fight is taken from. There's only 1 player on site right now.
Yeah, everyone from the guard currently plugged away into B main right now, but you still have Jonah P coming all the way from the other side. Askia able to pick down the 1, but here comes Jonah picking down the retake of the Union and essentially halting it completely. The Union, they've lost their minds. They have no idea what they're doing here in terms of the B retake. They can't do anything.
You can't go for this. You just have to clear out Jonah P, and that's so much time bought off. Jonah P, and look at the way the guard played it. They isolated where these players were going to come for the retake. They had a player, and look at the alarm bot, tucked all the way back in B main. And they had a player watching market. They pushed up just enough so that Jonah P could have a play like that. And that's the one that decides this round. He loses his life, yes, at the very end of it, but his play, his distraction, buying just enough time for the guard. That's 4 rifles saved up, though, here. So Union can make another buy happen in this next round.
The entry died, and then they were smoked out. They got flanked, and that's it. Actually, did they get an entry?
From that?
I think the flank just got them. I don't know what happened, bro. I wasn't watching.
But over towards B main, there hasn't really been any sort of.
This is a rush?
Look from the Union.
Wait, take that Molly, chat. Take that Molly. It's pretty easy. I just don't know where he lined up on the wall. Remember when Steel showed me like 45 KO lineups on Ascent? I used it once. Used it for one map ever. Learned like 50 lineups.
On the front side, looking for Rafa. Goo needing to back on away. Goo is in the middle of his own smoke, and he could pop out at any moment. You could get the flash, like you said, from Rafa, and the burst could come out, but the guard.
Oh, I was going crazy. I was going crazy on KO map 1. Then map 2, I don't know what happens. I lost my touch. I honeymooned early.
Wanted to re-hit, but they didn't get any of that util out, so it doesn't look like A is going to be the most viable option.
So they got A main control, insert techs. Nets kind of lurked out mid, but they're going to go back and take B. But when you have a guy like Tex on your team, how do you lose?
So far, and it looks like it's pulled
just like me, for real.
Still anticipating players to come this way. He's gonna tuck in and play off the turret.
And he still has the dash. Askia. Here comes the L drone playing around the corner. He gets detected.
What?
And he still goes down to the spray of Trent. What a spray from Trent.
He dashed away and wallbanged him?
Pank. He just throws out one last effort.
And he got to kill Cat?
On the open, and he gets taken
Bro,
down
it should have been a
the guard. Full map coverage.
These guys have no idea how to play Ascent.
No matter where you look.
And this is the dangerous part of this guard.
I feel like in this match, there's been no trash talk.
Always gonna push players into these uncomfortable positions.
Because both teams are just shitting their pants. Because it's a big match.
Example was when they played against M8.
And like,
how many times
they can't afford to trash talk because it might cost them.
Here, they force Askia in an uncomfortable position. He gets tagged out by the drone and punished. And Union are a team that will always fight for back site control, and that's why you saw Paint go for that aggressive swing through that smoke. He gets caught by a flash, and so the guard find their 4th round.
Don't start that shit, Alex, in the chat. I'm not a judge, bro.
Will more than likely be forced. Union will more than likely be forced to adapt to that kind of play.
Trash talk when everything's on the line.
Honestly, might see a
Eco Blitz. What's your name and
we have to.
Age and state or country
typically are known
of location.
To have those kind of plays, but I think without that breach to set Oski up, I don't know how comfortable Rafa is on the KO, specifically on a set, because we don't have that much film on him. They're not doing those early set pieces. Like, Rafa's only thrown a knife towards B main to set him up. I don't think this will be the round, though, as Oski.
And you're ranked, too, if you're down. Eco Blitz, we're talking to you if you're down. Eco Blitz, we're talking to you. You don't answer?
Maybe with a dart actually.
Find out what happens.
He's just going to look to maintain this.
You can lie if you really need to, but we prefer that you just give an honest answer.
For an aggressive contact, he's going to have support over from Cat, too, in terms of...
Emmanuel, born and raised in Nigeria. Damn. That's a fire-ass name.
By the knife, and he finally does
Emmanuel. Alright, age?
Side, but it's not the kill.
And I see where the threat is with the knives.
And rank. Age and rank.
Quickly here, if you're knowing where that knife comes from.
Let's see what sort of fun Rafa can have. Rafa.
Waiting for a flash from Rafa.
They might have heard him. Flash does come in.
They do a pretty good job of getting util out.
But if you're,
I imagine we're going to see a re-hit here as they just grab onto the ultimate for Jonah P.
It's 13 plus on Twitch,
but
like,
this info, though?
if you're young, you don't have to say it. 24, rank, no. Not setting myself up for roasting. Roast 24 and fucking below gold. Tech W in the chat.
Bursting open as Askia picks up one, but Askia getting suppressed now. Has
he saw his elbow. Wait, no, he didn't.
In point blank range, looking for a right click. He can
KO, bro. He can pick me up. They can pick me up.
Jonah P, he was already low. Trent is still low too. The right clicks for Askia would have to be perfect, but now here comes Pank over in Cat.
You heard him.
Almost finding an angle, potentially on the KO.
Below gold, don't slander my name like that. Oh, if you're above gold, you're fine, dude.
I just needs to ping in whatever damage he can get to the eco of the.
Yeah, that helped out. He's 100 HP.
Scary for a second there.
You guys know about the KO tech where you pop your ults, 20 HP, your teammate throws util at you and then reses you? Y'all guys probably don't know about that.
Something, but everyone on the guard able to avoid it as they make those trades happen. Again, the only real threat there was Askia with his knives, and as soon as Jonah P throws out his knife, it kind of just shuts everything down in that null command as well, nullifying any opportunities that Askia had. A little bit of a win here for Union. though is getting that ult out here. Union though is getting that ult out here, despite this being their eco. But on the flip side, they don't get them the result that they wanted.
No. Am I going to Dallas? Nah, I'm not playing with those scrubs, bro. Like the pro community, let alone the pro community aim as shit, the M community aim as shit. Like, if you get content creators into that shit, it's just gonna be like, I don't want to be the one to say it, but it's just, they're just not gonna have a chance. They're just not gonna have a chance.
And maybe use the downtime during the eco to set
See you in Dallas, buddy.
next round, but they will call the timeout now.
See my aim is shit to my face.
And I wonder what the play is gonna be. Oscar has been pretty aggressive.
Next thing I do a meet and greet, motherfuckers are saying my aim is shit.
Aim in control, but the guard are playing this default where they're welcoming that kind of aggression, and they'll re-clear space, which triggers players across the map for the Union to retake space. Like, how many times have we seen Oscar get sucked in towards B main in that kind of fight? And he's been punished before. So I think
what's happening in Dallas? Can anyone tell me? I don't know. We're gonna see.
Style that VALROANT brings to this team, and why he's been so good is he's very good at baiting those players into those peaks and having his players punish.
Is it maybe going to be an overstep?
This is boring. They're getting owned.
Like
no one's yelling either.
Always having one person supporting Askia. I mean, that would be
someone give 5 subs, bro. Spice it up. Don't give. That's cringe. Don't give, actually. I'm not even saying it. Don't do it.
If that does happen,
fuck, you're gonna do it now.
They recognize that as well on Fracture, and that's when we start to see those. Okay, Union got
what is wrong with them on Ascent? They don't play this map.
Do that here on Ascent because it's only 2 lanes that you really have to worry about. Mid kind of being one area.
Maybe it's hot in here.
Say the main focus from the guard, at least in this map and in this series.
He 100% hits the shot.
First opportunity.
Jinx.
That's a crazy peek. I love that from Tax.
That is a crazy peek, though. That is a crazy peek. I wonder if you can see him.
Amazing.
He jumped. Is there a ledge that he can jump off of?
The pressure is fully
and then you can go on that ledge. What did he shoot?
Control anymore.
They're going cat. They spot the op and they go the other way.
Cat, but they're already making their move. There goes the
good omen blind for delay. Do they commit? That's where you play as KJ? Okay, I don't play KJ, but like, that's not a good spot to anchor from, right?
And it's Goo with a firing range who picks down 2.
Like Baby J, what do you think?
Now the last 2, Askia dashing away.
And him finding those 2 kills maintains a
we need a comment from him.
Here. The guard can't get the spike down confidently because they don't know what space.
Like, I'm on KJ, I'm getting 0 kills. If my mollies don't kill them, it's done for me.
He's still gonna be safe, but this, oh, they didn't spot Nets. Are
you kidding?
Just bursts through, and he takes down 2 with a shock. Askia.
He's stuck in hell. They're double hell.
But he's given himself a chance.
There's no turrets.
1 bullet.
Woo!
Kill potential is there. 1 angle for Askia. Now 1 more.
Oh, this spot is crazy.
Trent, Askia.
He doesn't see him.
No.
Oh my god. Could have won that. Oh, Trent. Oh my god, he's drawing pictures.
And they recover a 2 versus 4.
Why scope there? Hindsight, Harry.
That seemed to do everything there for the Union. A quick area to retake from, maintaining site control, and giving them another access point. But Net slipping through. Getting past the util.
7-1, come to.
Spotting him. He finds a massive 2K, and that puts him 1 away from the ultimate. And Union.
When's Messi's first game in Miami?
Get Oscar in a position where he can.
I want to pre-order tickets
around the map. That op is
to his
so
meet and greet.
Oh, Union. With the guns, with the rifles.
They're sold out? You're lying. They probably are.
Good patience, but now they still have a little
bit more.
Oh,
that dart
to
is
deal
misleading.
With, they're still covering
They're going
up
B,
the
though.
angle. Recon bolt to try to help them out, but it doesn't actually cover up.
Oh, don't die, Jonah. Don't die for this.
Spotting the jump peak.
Oh, nice flash.
Jonah peak. Holding this all down in terms of info. Net breaking through over and top mid. The guard are just breaking apart. This aggressive look from the Union at the moment. Union needing to retreat from it. There's no Askia. He's getting pressured out even further.
What? Oh my god.
How they line up?
He always finds something.
He got 2 guys.
He always finds something here, right? He's
Get
always
out.
Good. He's always good for at least one with the
resale for Miami is about 500 a ticket. I'll see you there.
Extending the ult there as well. But,
like,
I
does
mean,
Messi have any kids? He does, right? Like, surely one of his kids play Valorant, dude.
Which is a very
Messi's kids, are you in here? You need to introduce me to your father.
Especially around
Thank you for the 10 gifted, Zingo.
Using an ult as well is kind of just throwing maybe not like full disrespect, but like, hey, like we're confident we don't even need this Hunter Sphere in our buy round. They make it work here. Maybe
They're
not
Fortnite
the full
age?
attention, but
Fuck.
you know, I like it because Guard are a team that have been talking.
Hopefully
a
they
lot.
mature
They've
soon.
got a lot of smoke
Hopefully
on
they
them.
mature soon.
So maybe
They're still in their
Under their breath,
Fortnite years.
but-
Oh no, that's
maybe the
nurse in
hard history
chat.
is to, you know, like, hey, like,
Everyone act cool.
we don't need this in the next round. You will use it here.
There's a layer of like rivalry building that the Guard were trying to do before the game, but things have been.
You were like, no, we don't. This it may be a rivalry for them, but you were like, nah, we just care about winning.
Exactly. The Union though, and they drop around. Of course, they were expected to drop. They only came in with the pistols. But this round
Messi
already,
is better
we can
than
see the game
Ronaldo?
slip out
Are
of
you
their
an
hands if the Guard
absolute
win this
idiot?
round.
Yeah, this is a big one, and the Guard will have a lockdown to work with.
Can we get a Sui in the chat, please?
This is the Guard looking to swing all the momentum entirely. And in pretty dominant fashion with a round win here. Yes, max loss bonus for Union, but that's not a lot to work with. They do get Oskia back onto the op, and he's taking it out towards the mid side.
When are they going to start
Guard
shooting back on the
very good
Union?
at making these kind of heavy presses with rechargeable util as well, and it's baiting out a lot of util. Now they know where the op is posted.
Actually worth though. Turret for dash and info.
Trent looking to just be the post up.
He already made noise, and Rafa heard him completely, and there's the call out. Now the Union essentially, they're tracking this one-man lurk.
Now Trent has been a pretty big Q for these execs, so I don't blame them for making that rotate and bringing NTK over.
No joke, Neymar 1v2s Messi and Ronaldo in CSGO.
They're gonna
This
fake
works
a
for
full
Trent.
game main hit.
Rafa with the nade up. Here comes the rest of the squad. Rafa could actually have a lot more here. NTK right next to him, and Goo even getting the kill over an A. This is falling apart for the Guard as they need to back out, and they're backing out right into the jaws.
We gotta
of
get
the beast,
Casemiro
potentially
versus Neymar in
Oskia with the
CSGO
up, backing
1v1.
out into B, but Rafa with a couple of bullets through the smoke, raining in onto Tex. Net taking away Rafa. The rest of the Guard actually looking to fight. Spawn here, Pank. Hearing the footsteps, but not.
Will someone from Brazil tell the Union that map 2 has started?
Way back over towards the mid side, and they
instigate.
might just get sandwiched.
30 seconds left.
It's NTK from the middle of Cat, and he's gone. The Guard now one away essentially from bringing this back to an even scenario. But Goo. Even scenario. But Goo calls out Valen. Not exactly.
Lucky NA bots.
It's looking unlikely. And no. Pank. What?
10 seconds left.
Misclick.
Not getting the kill, scrambling a little bit. Net getting the plan. Oskia from above. Can he get the headshot? Net, there's no way he does this. Goo trying to find the angle. And he does. The biggest
Dude,
beat
he
to
wins
sweat
that.
being wiped
Come
off the
on,
brow
that would've
of
been
you,
sick.
being wiped
Come
off the
on,
brow
that would've
of
been sick.
Union off of that moment. Yes, so damn close.
Dude, Pank, I don't know.
A comeback from the Union goes crazy here though.
I thought he was going to go for a knife, and I got really, really worried. Not in a situation like this do you want to make a knife.
He got a new sticker on his lockdown, and he was just trying to show him.
Yeah, despite the way that this
Oh my
round
god,
ended, this is a
imagine
very
fucking
nicely played round
skins
for
for your
Union. There was a
util.
smoke dropped in front of Switch that
Oh, the
indicates it's
possibilities
gonna
are
be an A
endless.
hit, and not a focus over here towards
CSGO's coming out with sneakers, skins for your sneakers.
Or on the flip side, the idea is they're just trying to isolate the KJ and remove the lockdown.
Skins for
from
your
play.
pants.
But regardless, Union were fully prepared despite that smoke going in. And NTK making a very timely rotate to support Rafa there with his util. And it was difficult for Guard to break through that catwalk area.
Wait, really? I mean, you can see your
Union
legs
finding
now,
themselves
so
a
I
little
don't
bit of
know.
footing. We'll have 4 ults to play with as well.
Guard did not run into the op last round, but they have still readjusted it. Aggressive over towards A main. The Guard heading up into B, and it's Pank. Pank clearing up too, and there's still another one right from behind the smoke.
Oh no,
Net
whiff from both.
almost able to find Rafa, but instead of Rafa now has a second chance. And
They have
Rafa
sight,
takes him down,
though.
but this is good for the Guard out of nowhere. This is good for the Guard out of nowhere. Valen able to take down his target over Union.
And we'll see if Trent and Valen can get it done. Valen, his focus is on IGLing, but here he's got to focus on the clutching. He's got Trent and him in a very nice crossfire. Util's not going to be really mattered here despite this happening.
Trent spraying away.
Wow,
into
the crab.
Trent spraying away.
Wow,
into
the crab walk.
Valen got the kill.
Baited.
Oh, he almost baited out. Trent, that was almost unbelievable. But Trent and Valen have pulled back.
Well, they both
yet
tried to
another
bait, but Trent.
pulled back.
Well, they
yet
both tried to
another
bait, but Trent's
impossible
worked.
scenario.
And it was yesterday that
Then,
crazy
yeah.
on the defense. Here on the attack, he's 9 kills. And that Odin coming up
This map is CT-sided as fuck, right? I don't know. Like, in recent times, it's kind of starting to get a little bit more balanced, right? I feel like teams are getting better on attack. I think Ascent is due for a change, like anything. Just throw a bench. Throw a bench in middle, something, bro.
The map,
okay,
as the rounds go by now, slipping out of their hands.
Yeah.
Half is gonna look so dangerous. And with these pistols, man, they have to force something very scary, potentially onto the guard, just to give themselves a chance. Ooh, almost finding a slick headshot through the smoke, but Trent still takes him away. One more player right behind him. It's Rafa.
Zigo,
Can't do anything.
I don't mind that kind of play from Union. It's just, it doesn't feel like the right time to do it. Like, you don't have any space. That's a play where you flash over and you'll jet dash towards that wall and have an Omen TP, but that you need to do that earlier in the round.
Yeah, just unorganized, just throwing caution out in the wind, basically, on too organized.
Dexterity.
But Union, they're still trying. They actually put down the lockdown.
This is a crazy
and the plan still goes.
My dad's doing way better. They started the process of waking him up today. It's really slow process, but it looks like the worst story. Love y'all so much. Process, but it looks like the worst story. Love y'all so much. Yo, hearts in the chat for Dexterity. He's been with his family.
Actually,
and thankfully things are starting to look better. So anyone that's also tweeted at him and sent him support, much love to you as well. But yeah, I can't imagine that shit.
Looking for a headshot. He's found
I'm happy to hear
some gaps in situations like this, but the guard are playing this perfectly. Incredibly safe. They're not going to expect this angle, though. Oh, so safe from Valen. Barely catching
so much
the shoulder,
you guys have no idea. Yo, if you need support, we got you.
Situationally there
chat
for the guard.
Spam those hearts.
The Union drop yet another round.
And they know that he's the one that has to push them. They don't have to force anything. Don't have to take any peeks. The guard will pick it up. I think it's huge, though, that Trent is able to get a kill just as he's about to get detained. Because him getting that kill makes it a lot more difficult, because typically if it's a 2 versus 2, it's a lot more favorable, purely because, I mean, obviously it's more favorable than a 1 versus 1, and certainly more favorable than a 1v2. So him getting that kill just kind of seals the round, because Payne can't defuse while one person holds. He kind of just has to tap and hope and pray that someone swings, but nobody on the guard swinging there. A big investment with that lockdown actually almost gets them the round.
Family first.
If they were able to nullify Trent, definitely could have been theirs. As the guard 9-2. What a dominant half this has been. The mid-round has been perfect and balanced so far, recovering so many unwinnable situations.
Yep. And now the Union face a little bit of pressure over towards the B main area. Pank, this is going to be his first time in a while actually facing an early round scenario.
He just running guns him randomly.
Without even seeing anyone. Gets shut down through the smoke. Jonah P with the spray. NTK doing the same.
Come on,
NTK
bro. That gets a kill?
Doing a bit of magic, but he's
wait, all kills have been through smoke.
Jonah P, but there goes Askia with a kill over
all kills have been through smoke this round.
A massive kill onto Net, but Net's still alive. Now dancing.
Oh, they're teaming up on him.
Everyone else from Union
they know he's there.
Up. They still have a Hunter's Fury to use. Askia forcing out the knives.
Oh my god, he jumped on his head.
Now everyone else needing to go back. Jonah P, Valen, Tex still alive and still on site. No,
he got caught out. He didn't hear him. Fuck.
Tex was backing out towards main.
Wait, the
spot?
They
don't know. Maybe they don't know about Valen. Jonah P.
Big kills.
Spawn. They don't expect Jonah P. They don't
Big kills.
Valen.
They heard him.
There goes the picks. The guard. The unpredictability.
Oh my god, he almost transferred. 10-2.
And it's all over.
Chokeable.
The guard.
Chokeable.
Digits going into the second half.
Recovering a 4 versus 5.
Send them home. Send them home.
In this round, but he gets picked up. And Askia found a pick towards Market. Guard in these mid-round, late-round.
It's not even a short flight home for Union.
Are somehow making it happen. Like they've won a 2v4.
But Union's Brazilian team, right?
Covered a 2v4 where Net was in a 1 versus 3. These have been the most insane late-round situations, and the Guard are playing them to perfection. Pulling these Union players.
Yeah, they are. It's not even a short flight. It's a short drive.
And that is a utterly dominant half.
It's a short drive, motherfuckers. It's a short drive.
And we knew that when we came to this
give me the look.
we were going to see a much better guard, a much more.
Give me the look.
Have you seen the price of eggs?
Shit.
We're gonna help.
Pass on.
Thank you.
Here, just off of the pistol, all important pistol round, as we say. Trent, alongside 2 others here in the middle of B here to try to cover things up. And Trent, Nets goes right down Askia. And Valen still trying to hold it back, but it's the party of trades. 3 for 3 going back for each side. Trent and Tex versus Rafa and Goo.
This is a huge 2v2. You have to win. You lose this map if you lose this round.
Goo feeling the pressure as he's stepping up with the first contact. Tex shows a foot, but Tex, 2 for 2 on the kill. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to be able to get this one. He's going to with the first round Sheriff. Cuts his head, and now Rafa, this is such a dangerous position, but they split it. Tex dashes right by him, and Trent finishes off the war.
And that might have just closed out the map. Guard fighting heavy on that B site. Net ready for an explosive dash, playing a very ready for an explosive dash, playing a very predictable spot where Jets like to go.
Ban every variation of "Are you okay?"
Right off guard, and forcing everyone in Union to focus on that trade, and that allows players to slip through one through market.
We will find every variation of those words. Are you KK?
Ready on lock.
Oh, what a fucking snooze fest, dude.
I think you kind of have to force.
Any prime subs in the chat, dude?
But it's gonna be a very.
Don't use them, bro. The MRAM's going live in 2 hours. I checked their schedule. What?
Kind of have to feel that this series is done, or apologies, this map is done. Pearl being our third map, it's a map that already you're gonna play 3 times, and Mark should be pretty familiar with it.
The Union.
Honestly, MRF probably has no idea, but she's gotten so many W plugs out of me.
This a little bit later in this attack half, but Askia pulls up to the front side. The plant will go down.
Imagine if Guard didn't throw a first map. I've been said this. This shit should have been 2-0. Bros would have been in the Uber by now.
Not expecting this triple though, but
no
there's
joke.
a lot of noise being made there.
Bros would have been in the Uber by now. Instead, we're going map 3.
Everyone has been squeezed into this site for the Union. All 4 are here out in the open, looking to battle with the Stingers. The Stingers could really
what
work
the
out
fuck
here,
is happening?
Texas breaks through. Net getting the kill. Trent
is it
getting
over?
2 more.
It's done.
It's a symphony.
I don't know what's. I don't know. Is this a death
one
match?
away from actually putting in the very first map 3.
Isn't this upper bracket? Bro, listen,
dude. To
dude.
put us on to 12. And like you said, we could see the first 3 map.
Wait, he's laughing at me.
Ascension, and what a dominant second map this has been from the Guard. Corralling everyone on Union in that B site.
I saw a TikTok the other day.
Upgrade to Bulldogs and Spectres. It is looking rough
and I forget how the guy did it, but I forget the joke he did. I forget how the joke went, but basically he wrote feet on the wall with his knife.
And Trent has just been classed with the LMGs.
I love that.
That's such good play on the offensive side, and now in the defense.
What the heck?
That is the biggest trash talk, and I wouldn't have expected it.
I like how he's yelling at his teammate too.
I don't see any
where the fuck y'all at? Dab me the fuck up. What the fuck's wrong with y'all motherfuckers, huh? It ain't so funny now, huh? Dab me up again. He's even yelling at his teammate.
Net getting squeezed. There it goes now. Big play now from Pang.
Wait.
And he faces on 2, 3. Right in front of him, Tex comes up from above. Out of nowhere, Union. And now been dwindled down to 2.
That's too funny. I love that he yelled at his teammate to dab him up.
Tex, alongside one more, going to be going into the Heaven side. They do have the info. They don't know about the third one. They don't know about the third one just yet. NTK, this is exactly expect that to hit as well as it did, but
NA is so toxic. Yeah, now NA is so toxic, dude. Now what?
Oh, that reaction from Goo is insane. Now it's a 2v2. Goo's still alive and dancing. 20 HP left on Goo.
Oh, yo, Trent's reaction.
Trent does. NTK has his chance.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Closes it out. The Guard and the
Wait,
Union.
what? I'm not on stage.
Let's go the first one.
Wait, I didn't even like do shit.
In such dominant fashion from the Guard.
The first 1-1
I mean, this is an Ascent map that we knew that, you know, Union haven't played in quite some time.
He's still talking mad shit on
Yeah, we'll see you in the fucking back. Fuckers.
We saw it in full states from
You fuck around, you're gonna find out.
I mean, we were expecting that sort of look from the Guard, but the Union so many times where they were forced to react, forced to kind of adjust to the Guard's play. Sure, they couldn't do so, but a lot of the swing rounds that came out of this.
All right, map 3. First map 3 of this entire event, dude. Can we get them out of the fucking costume room?
They weren't exactly placed into, but they've been successful in those scenarios throughout this tournament, and they proved it again.
We watch an Ice Spice music video? You wish. You wish. Nice try, bro.
It was the Union making a lot of recoveries. This time around, we saw, again, like you were mentioning, a lot of 2v4s, a lot of 3v5s that the Guard had to recover. And I think the map of Ascent, the way that VALROANT calls it, he's very good in the mid-rounding, and that's why we see a lot of the times the Guard making those